Always do that. Always start when mute is still on. Good evening, good evening, good evening to absolutely everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. The team has just been announced. Welcome along for Ferencvaros, who are a very good team when I was growing up. Ferencvaros at home to Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League group stage, second game. I say group stage, it's a league, isn't it? It's one big league table. The team news is out. Let's go for it. It's a very, very interesting team lineup. Has he gone too young? Has he gone too inexperienced? We're about to find out, aren't we? The team is like this. Vicario is in goal. A back four of Pedro Porro, Romero, Davis and Gray. Sarr, Basuma and Bergval, and then Werner, Lancashire and Mikey Moore. So as far as I'm aware, this is Mikey Moore and Lancashire's first ever starts for Spurs in a competitive game. Someone in the chat, tell me if I'm wrong. I can't remember them starting. This is a very, very interesting team lineup, isn't it? Listen, Ash, listen, I absolutely, I don't know whether he's gone too young. We'll find out. We'll find out. I can't believe he's put all of them in, but let's see. This is the squad he wanted to go for with. Let's see if these guys are good enough. It's going to be an interesting game for them. Away in Budapest. The crowd's going to be upbeat. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see. How good is Lancashire? How good is Mikey Moore? How good are Gray? How good's Bergval? Let's see. Let's start at the back, shall we? Let's start at the back. And by the way, I'll tell you what, that's very rude of me. Why don't I start by saying hello to a few people? Hello, 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 and some more hello. Here we go. Sorry, by the way, people are just WhatsApping me about the team. By the way, the bench today is Fraser Forster, Austin, Dorrington, Van der Ven, Casanova, Bentancur, Madison, Kulusevski, Ajayi, Johnson and Solanke. So not only have we got the youngsters in the 11, you've got Ajayi, you've got Casanova, Dorrington all on the bench. This is going to be an interesting night. It's one of those nights, isn't it, where if we win, people are going to be loving it. The youngsters are played. If you lose, people are going to ask questions. For me, I think it's a really interesting lineup. Having just seen this as we were about to go live, by the way, I haven't had any time to digest this apart from speaking to you. Yeah, Dan, the first 11 is Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davis and Gray, Sarr, Basuma and Bergval with Werner, Lancashire and Moore. It's a very, very brave lineup, I would say. Look, it's game 2 of the Europa League, not the end of the world. Let's see what they're made of. This is going to be really, really interesting. And it's just given a little bit of spark. Listen, he didn't want to buy in senior pros in the summer. He wanted the kids. Here they are. We've got kids playing. Let's start. I guess the first question I would have would be Porro, Romero, Davis, Gray. On paper, for me, that looks like Ben Davis at left back with Archie Gray in centre back. Does anyone else in the chat read that differently? So I think that's Porro, Romero, Gray, Davis. Does anyone else see that as a different back four? Maybe Davis at centre half and Gray out to left back? I don't see that. What do you guys think? For me, I can't see that at all. Yeah, it could be either, Phil. And listen, credit for putting them out there. Managers live and die by these decisions. This is a tough European away day now, all of a sudden for me. I think, you've got a lot of youngsters out there. Let's see. Lee Jennings reckons it's going to be Archie Gray at left back. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? And I guess we won't know until the game actually starts. But listen, it is young. Look, Gray, Bergval. Good to see Bergval back in, right? Because of last week, he was the unlucky guy that got substituted after the Dragoshin red card. They're just putting the team up on Sky Sports now. Yeah, so for anyone that's just joined, Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davis, Gray, Bergfowl, Basuma, Sarr, and then Werner, Lancashire, and Mikey Moore. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see how good they are. Michael, I'm just not sure anymore. I don't know what we signed him for. Is he a centre mid? All summer I was told that we didn't need midfielders because we bought Gray. Then I've seen him at right back. Today it looks like he's going to be at centre back or left back, unless Porro goes to left back and Gray goes to right back. We will see. We will see, right? And the bench, Forster, Austin, Madison, Solanke, Kulu, Johnson, Bentancur, Van der Ven, Dorrington, Casanova, and Ajayi, who is number 63. Rodrigo don't like Mikey Moore being on the right. I mean, listen, he's never started a senior game for us. Before we start talking about where he should play, he hasn't started a senior game for us. Ash said no room for Gray in the midfield at the moment, and said he wanted him due to being versatile. We'll see. We'll see. Look, as I said, I've never been that impressed with him. He's young. We'll see what he does today. We'll see where he plays. Let's have a look, see who else is in the chat. By the way, guys and girls, please show some love. Smash the like button, please. This is, as I said, listen, fair play for playing some of the youth. It's one of those, isn't it? It's, you know, if it comes off, it looks great. If it doesn't, then questions will be asked. And then it's going to be, well, what does he do in the next European games? Is he go back to the youth? Is he trying to throw the tournament? It's going to be really, really interesting to see. Listen, Casanova and Ajayi and Dorrington all on the bench as well. For me, I think what it does show is it shows how light the squad is. It doesn't. It shows that we've got a very light squad. But you know what? We all wanted to see Mikey Moore start. I didn't think we would see more, but we're seeing Moore and Lancashire. So that's really, really interesting. Let's see what they've got. Go and make a name for yourself. Go and make a name for yourself, lads. Alfie, big up Alfie, said, let's see what Mike and Will are both made of. Really excited now. It does give me a bit more excitement. If I'm brutally honest, it does. It gives me that bit of buzz to see some of these youngsters playing. But listen, it's one of those. You live and die by it. You live and die by it. Gray at left back. Let's just hope their right winger isn't quality. Where are we? Here we go. Lancashire and Moore linking up today could shut every anti-youngster critique up. I mean, Lena, when you say every anti-youngster critique, I don't know what you mean by that. People will say, well, we haven't seen the youngsters. That's not critiquing. That's the truth. I feel like you go a little bit too far the other way. For me, if you're going to play the youngsters and they play regularly, fine. But you can't just say, oh, they played one game. It shuts up the critique. I think that's a really, really weird one. DJ Jamil said, Gray is versatile, simple as the boys learning trades in different positions to be a great player. I'm not sure that is how you become a great player. I don't think you become a great player by learning multiple different positions at once. That's just me. Miss Bunny has said he can play anywhere. He's a generational talent. People, we can't pigeonhole a guy of Gray's talent. Love it. Absolutely. Listen, as with any game, right? It either ends well or it ends in disaster. Listen, I mean, I can't sit here and say I know loads about Ferencvaros. As I said to everyone last couple of streams, I saw them play the other week. Couldn't tell you much about them. They looked decent. The standard of opposition wasn't great. Let's see. I think that's why, you have got, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on Yves Bissouma today. There's going to be a lot of emphasis because he is going to be that senior pro across the midfield and forward line, him and Werner. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis on those two. Lena again has said, Savva, we clearly bought Gray for his versatility. Can play fullback. Sure, I've not been impressed with him one bit at fullback. When we're saying we paid for his versatility. For me, I haven't seen him really. Well, we haven't seen him in midfield. We haven't seen him at centre back. We've only seen him at right back. And I've not been that impressed yet. Savva, would you pay 90 million for a 26-year-old Mikey Moore? I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that question even means. Big up Ryan G. Absolutely. I'll tell you what. We're getting really tight in the Football Heritage TV community lately. There's nearly 200 of you in here already after the first 10 minutes. Only 47 likes at the moment. Come on, guys and girls. I don't ask, as I said, I never really get super chats. I'm not asking you for any money like that, but just smash that like button. Big up Anthony Clark. Yes, there are 4, I think 3 18-year-olds, if I'm not wrong, and 1 17-year-old starting today. Big game. Lena said also shows, no, 2 players being out doesn't show why you've got all of those youngsters. Lena, I get it, Lena. I think the difficulty I have with when you're in the comment section, each to their own, is I don't feel that you're ever honest. Like there's no middle ground. It's literally, if anyone asks a question about Spurs, you take it personally. 2 senior pros out injured shouldn't mean you've got all of those kids. Yeah. So for me, I think it shows very much we've got a lightweight squad. Yes, I have. I'm not going to say them. I've got a 9-teamer. We'll see. Oh no, sorry if it is lagging. It's been lagging a lot lately on YouTube. Yeah, when we do this, though, I think this is really disingenuous. Rico Lewis is a top footballer. Watch Rico Lewis. He is super, super talented. He is very, very classy on the ball, brilliant in the tackle, very confident with the ball. I don't like it when we start comparing players that have nothing to do with each other. One is there, the other one is there. So I don't know why we do that. Not talking about anyone here. If they perform, then the people who don't trust youngsters will realise their talent. Yeah. Yes. If they perform today, then yeah, keep performing. Yeah. Is that the actual Lee Gunner? Is that you, Lee? How are you? Lee, WhatsApp me if it's you. I never know if it's true. Said we will be there for the Hungarian Madrid to smash you 3-0. Oh, Lee Gunner. Or Lee Gunner, or the Tottenham of Arsenal, the Spurs, the Savva of Arsenal, as it's known. Big up to you, Lee. Hope you're well, my man. Hope you are well. Where are we? Donna Cullen, you're alive. Absolutely. Donna Cullen is in the chat. Donna Cullen has become a new member. I thought you were a member before, but big up to you, Donna. Donna Cullen's also gifted 1 Football Heritage TV membership. God bless you, Donna Cullen, to whatever God or whoever anyone believes in. Or if you don't, big up to you. Thank you so much. And also Mark Taylor, who's been a channel member for 2 months, said, surely as the season goes on, we need some proven players in January. Oh, for sure, Mark. I can't see any way around it. You can't you can't have 4 competitions and rely on kids. You've got to have some senior pros. It's okay after 6-7 games of the season. When the injuries rack up, the tiredness, the suspensions, the loss of form, you're going to see it. Come on, guys, go smash those likes. It is really, really poor. It's so tight. 215 of you are in here at the moment and growing. 70 likes. Come on, people. Lena said, haven't been impressed either. And for 40 million, it's an investment that will start to pay off next season. I don't look at it like that. If you're paying 40 million pounds for a footballer, I don't think it's the investment for the season after. For me, if that's what you're going to do, you buy a player for 5 to 10 million and invest for the season after, like Bergvall. You don't spend 40 million of what could have gone into the first 11. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Big up. Thank you to the people who have just subscribed as well. Really, really do appreciate that. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can get that link for somebody's just asked how they can subscribe. I've got about 4,000 links open here. Let me put that link in for you. It will say featured at the end. I will pin it into the chat as well, and that'll be great. But the game, by the way, we are just an hour away from kickoff now. So apologies that I didn't do my normal 2 hours before kickoff, but I have a full-time job. So I've been doing that and working bloody hard today to get a lot of things sorted. Where are we? Let me just pin that. The link that says Football Heritage featured, that is pinned now. That is pinned. I'll show you where that is. And please do subscribe if you haven't already. We are 184 subscribers away from 14k. When we get to 14k, I'm in partnership with Tix 2 Tottenham, and we're giving away 2 tickets for Tottenham Hotspur at home to Ipswich. 2 tickets. You'll get a free Spurs shirt as well. I've partnered up with a number of people to make this happen. So once we get another 184 subscribers, the tickets and the shirt will be given away in a raffle. So 2 free tickets to Tottenham versus Ipswich on November the 10th at White Hart Lane. Polarized said, would you prefer he went full strength today, Savva? No, I think there's always a middle ground. You can't go full strength every game if you're in 4 competitions. Look, who knows? Listen, we could get to the end of this game. We've won 4-0 and it's great. If you get to the end of this game and you've lost, questions will be asked. That's not of Ange, that's of any football manager when they lose a game. For me, we should be winning this game. Normal. Big up, Normal. Lee, if you're still in the chat, look at these people. Just a Spurs League gunner and cries about getting abuse wet wipe. I'll tell you what I love. What I love about people like this. Normal. Look at this sentence. Just a Spurs League gunner and cries, don't need the capital C, bout, don't need a B, but you need a capital B, but you need the A before the B to make the word about. And then getting abuse wet wipe. You need some commas, some full stops, some grammar. It's okay. You'll get there. Go again. Normal. Let's see if you've got a better one this time. Try and get your grammar right. Aaron Lawrence said, I can't understand Werner. He is absolutely terrible. I think Werner does everything right apart from the finishing. He gets in great positions, but yeah, I agree. It is what it is. Swan X, big up, bro. Hope you're well. How you doing? Has said today test for Moore and Lancashire. Look, I think the important thing is right. They're getting game time, but for me, I'm surprised that it wasn't at home to Karabag, the easier team. I'm surprised that it's away to the more difficult team in Hungary. Hey, if they're ready, they're ready. Let's see them. Let's see what they've got. I'm excited to see both of them play. And we'll see if they're good enough. Mojo Matsi has a bad feeling about this. Expand. What do you mean? Why have you got a bad feeling? Big up, Luton Dan. How you doing? I'm having a lovely day, Dan. And do you know what? Do you know what's going to make this day even better? As everyone knows, I like to munch. Another big bag of Maltesers. I'm going to turn into a Malteser if I keep eating a bag every stream. Paul Pablo said, Rico Lewis, Foden, Palmer, some of you from Man City. Wish we had them the same. Listen, I mean, yeah, you're talking about they're top pros. Even I watched Southampton the other night and they've got a young bloke called, is it Dibbling? Tyler Dibbling, maybe? He looks really good. Sometimes you just watch a player get on the ball and you go, yeah, you've got it. I haven't had that moment yet with Gray. I haven't had that breakthrough for me personally. I think a lot of people are saying lots of nice things without him actually doing it. We'll see. We'll see. Johnny has said, Sav, if you were a betting man, would you take Lancashire to score over 2.5 goals for the game and Spurs to win? So Spurs to win. Spurs over 3 goals in the game, right? Over 2.5 goals in the game. So Spurs can win 2-1. Yeah, why not? Go for it. Listen, it's a big shout. It's a lot to ask of Lancashire. Why not? Give it a go. What are the odds, Johnny? Let me know the odds. Donna said, Mr. Savva, my breath is linked to your heartbeat. I mean, that is very profound. Profound, scary, stalkery, but thank you for the message. Really like that. Thank you. SOF, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. Said, I had a feeling Gray would play at centre-back. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he does play at centre-back. Does Porro go to left-back? Does Davis? Does Gray? It'd be interesting to see how we line up. Big Lena has said, literally every single European squad contains around as many academy youngsters as us today. We have 23 instead of 25. Look at City, Arsenal, Liverpool, even Chelsea in Europe. Simple facts. Yes, Lena, but their youth play. Their youth normally play in the Premier League as well. Our youth don't. There's a huge difference. Yeah, I don't think you're quite getting it. Let's be fair. I think most of us acknowledge that we needed to do more in the summer and that we are quite light in terms of squad depth. I mean, let's have a look at the defence tonight. If that doesn't tell you we're light in defence, nothing will. Absolutely. Look, absolutely. We're giving away two. I mean, it's a tough crowd. We're giving away 2 free tickets and only had 1 subscriber all night. But hey, I guess and only 103 likes. So it's really, 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 really tough. Michael Ballack is in here. Big up, Michael Ballack. What a player you were. Hats off to you. The Spurs league gunner, Lee, the number of times you're just a league gunner wannabe. Yeah. Lee, I'm apologise. I should have asked permission to YouTube, just like you. Barbaric Disdain, he said, imagine trying to abuse Savva without mummy checking your spelling. I think it's hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Yes, Lee, yes. My wife would tell me the same thing. I eat way too much chocolate. I really do. I've always eaten a lot of chocolate. Hey, it is what it is. Liam has said, Tyler Dibbling is a player. I would love him at Spurs. Listen, all I know is when I saw Tyler Dibbling 2 or 3 times this season, instantly I was drawn to him, going to get the ball, brave on the ball, good passer, good link up. I thought they looked really, really exciting. Same when McAtee came on the other night for Man City. You can see he's a player. I haven't had that moment yet with Gray. I could well do. I just haven't had it yet. Big up Finn. How you doing? One of my favourites. Said, agreed, Savva. Tyler Dibbling is really promising. Still young, but looking at him, he shouldn't be playing for a level club like Southampton. Look, I think it's a great club for him to be at, Finn. Let these youngsters learn. Get him some game time. Hang on, I see it is you. It is Lee Gunner. Big up, Lee. Thanks for the message, mate. You never know. Like, so many different people are trolling out there. Daniel Leave Me, love this account. Said hopefully we can build on the last few games. Success builds confidence. That builds success. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. Let's see what we're made of. Joe has said we ain't won now for years. Yeah, Ange is yet again taking a massive punt. Could be a pivotal game for him. Good luck to him, but why take the risk? Isn't it funny? There's so many different ways that people can look at this lineup. Some people, absolutely love it. Other people seeing it like this. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. It's one of those. I always say this, right? As a manager, you live and die by your decisions. I suppose after this, you've still got 6 games to go to change anything. So, big up. Man, love listening to you and Maz. I guess that message is to Lee. Lee Enigma. What a guy. What a human being. Just like sex on legs is Lee, isn't he? Sex on legs. Polarized said, Gray for me has showed that he can a pretty good ball carrier and technically secure. He still lacks a bit of physicality overall. I don't see it yet. I thought last week, I mean, for somebody who's technically secure, he gives the ball away a hell of a lot. But we'll see. Dale, big up Dale, said, weirdly, I'm so pleased we're in this competition. If we're in the Champions League, many of these guys wouldn't get seen. 4-1 Spurs, Basuma Screamer. Take that all day long. We'll get predictions a bit later. We'll get predictions as we get closer to the game. Big up to everyone that has smashed that like button. 117 likes, only 2 new subscribers. We've just lost one. No new subscribers throughout the entire show. 2 tickets to Spurs to be given away. What a horrible Spurs fan I am. Terrible. I've been called a fake Spurs fan about 100 times this week. I love this. A fake Spurs fan. Absolutely. Bang on, Joe. Don't follow the crowd. Do your own thing. Amen. A lot of our fans don't like that. A lot of our fans want to be sheep. Where are we? Big up, Philly. How we doing, bro? So let's get 14K. So Savva has to go buy a Spurs shirt. Listen, I've got deals all over the place with people. So we've got a Spurs shirt with the name of your choice and the number of your choice on the back, a real Spurs shirt, and 2 tickets for Tottenham versus Ipswich. But we need the 184 more subscribers before we do that draw. Ibrahim said, Savva, Chelsea fan here. Keep up the great work. Seem like a cool guy. Thank you, Ibrahim. I'm very cool. Some might disagree with that. But listen, big up to you. And you guys have got... Who have you got tonight? I know you're at home. I can't remember who you've got. Be interesting. Let me know who you've got. But big up to Ibrahim. Frankie has said, worried about tonight. He isn't even subbing on Lancashire. Let's see what they're made of. Let's see what they're made of. Listen, everyone wants to see them play. This is the reason we didn't buy better players, right? We were told because of the youth, because of Gray, because of Bergvall, more Lancashire. Let's see. This is going to show us. This is going to go a long way to showing us what are they made of. It's a tough game from it's away. It's going to be a hostile crowd. Someone said to me earlier, and I don't know if this is true, that this ground was voted the most racist stadium to go to in Europe or something. I don't know if that's true. Why is a Spurs director in this chat? It's really not. Don't worry. It's really not. Lord Rodney Trosser thinks it's a good lineup from Ange. Isn't it funny? Loads of different people with real different ways of looking at tonight's lineup. Ash has said, have to rotate. Games are thick and fast. It's not a pivotal game for me. Okay, interesting. Yeah, absolutely. I think you've got to... I think you do have to rotate. For anyone who's just come into the chat, the team is this. Vicario in goal. A back four of Porro, Romero, Davis and Gray. A midfield three of Sarr, Basuma and Bergvall. And a front three, which is really going to be the tone for tonight, is Werner, Lancashire and Mikey Moore. So Lancashire and Moore both starting in that front three. Kickoff is in 46 minutes. Kickoff is at 5:45 UK time, and it's just approaching 5 p.m. here in the UK. Marshmallow Fluffy. That's a lovely description. How would you describe your husband? He's marshmallow fluffy. Sounds like one of the colours you'd get, Lee. You know, the paint samples, like Wix or Homebase or whatever. You know, marshmallow fluffy. Yeah, 5:45. Yeah. Hit the likes and subscribe to Savva as he goes through the pain barrier of watching Spurs, so we don't have to. Big up to you. Big up. Genk. So Chelsea have got Genk, or is it Genk? Is it Ghent? Who is it? Which one is it? Two different clubs. Never mind. They got one of those clubs. Chelsea have Ghent. There we go. Where are we? What country is this team in? Ferencvaros are in Hungary. They are in Hungary. Doneo said, I hope Gray will partner Romero. Davis is too slow to play the high line. Well, listen, it's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see who plays where, how high does he play that line with the youngsters in there. It's going to be, listen, I think it's intriguing, is my word for today. Intriguing. Tony has said that Ferencvaros are no shit team. As I said, I saw them the other week and they played some decent stuff, but it's really interesting to see the level of competition they were playing against. So we'll see tonight. Listen, the manager's picked the team. He's decided this is good enough to go and win a European game. It's on him. We'll see. By the way, come on, guys and girls. Really, really, really tight. Really, really tight. Subscribers, we just lost 4 subscribers in 1 minute. So thank you for that. Makes me feel really good about putting on my show and giving up my evening for you. If anyone did want to subscribe, the link is in the chat. We've just gone backwards by a few, so we're getting further away from giving away those free Tottenham tickets. I don't know many channels that give away free shirts and free tickets. And yet still I get the abuse and people unsubscribe. Thank you very much for your support. I like that Ange is starting to try different things. That's all I'll say. Listen, I'll like it if it wins. If it doesn't, he's got questions to answer. That's how managers live and die, right? They make decisions. They make those decisions. The defence in the midfield is solid enough. I disagree completely. I disagree. I don't think any defence with Gray and Davis in is solid enough. The midfield for me, I don't particularly rate Sarr. I don't know enough about Bergvall. For me, I'm not sure this statement is true. Sorry, Ash. I don't go along with that. The defence and midfield is solid enough. I think Porro and Romero is fine. The other two, I'm not so sure. Where are we? Good. Ferencvaros. Pronunciation, by the way, Savva. I try my best. I've seen some shocking pronunciations. Guys, girls, listen, I'm going to ask nicely. Listen, I put on this show. I give up 4 or 5 hours of my evening. People are just now starting to unsubscribe for fun to wind me up. It's really silly. It's really silly. So please don't do that. It's really silly. Otherwise, I just won't bother doing the watch-alongs in the future. It really, really is silly. Paul Pablo said no Regulon in the starting lineup. I don't think he's registered. I don't think he's eligible, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he's eligible. Yeah, they will. But I just won't do the shows. It's that simple. If people want to be that silly, I just won't. It's really, really silly now. They're just going down and down and down for fun at the moment, which is really disappointing to see. Where are we? Big up, Adam. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. So it was great to be on a show before the Brentford game. Really happy that Anne just decided to give the youth a go. Nice to see Timo isn't starting and blocking their development. Come on, EU Spurs. Yeah, big up, Adam. Really, really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Robert Yee has said jaw-dropping lineup. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Come on, guys, just smash a like. It's free. You're here for a reason. Give Savva a sub and like and enjoy the game while having your comments read out along the way. Do you know what? What makes me laugh, right, is the number of channels you go onto that don't read out your comments. I get so much shit. And I'm one of the only ones that reads out comments that aren't paid for, that gives away tickets, gives away shirts. It really does make you wonder about the mindset of human beings, doesn't it? One of my neighbours is Ferencvaros fan. Off home now to give him loads. Listen, let's hope we win then for your sake. Where are we? Gus Parker said trophies aren't on the priority list. Gus, is that your answer in return to the team that's been picked? Listen, where do we all stand on the team being picked? And I wonder if, by the way, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. If Spurs win today with that team, everyone's going to go, oh, he got the right team. If Spurs lose today with that team, how would people feel? It's interesting, isn't it? Listen, 2 hours is a long time in football. Right now, people go, oh my God, it's amazing, it's brilliant. You lose the game 4-0. I'm not saying we're going to. You lose the game 4-0 and suddenly people go, oh, he's made the wrong thing, and blah, 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 blah. So we'll see. Spurs went from 1.55 to 1.86 when the team lineups came. I'm sure they did. The bookies will see the kids and the bookies will pounce on that. Good afternoon. One of my favourites, Sue Smith, is in the house. Sue's been here since the very beginning of my channel. How are you, Sue? Hope you are well. Afternoon all. May have to leave at some point. Hope not. Lovely to have you here, Sue. Hope you are well. Gray is left back, according to BT. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Let me just move over to the channel. There we go. Ferencvaros V Tottenham Hotspur is now on the TV. SOF, thank you very much. Very, very kind. I don't get many super chats, so I'm always excited when I do get one. It's very nice. Worse things to be called than the Spurs league gunner. Lives in Spain and talks football on YouTube. Not a bad life. Where would you choose to work remotely? I'd pick Maui in Hawaii. Love it there. I'll tell you what. Yeah, listen, I'm sure Lee has got the life, and fair play to him. Me, I'd do it from Cape Verde. I love Cape Verde. I love the beaches there. I love the people there. I'm a huge Cape Verde fan. I go every year without fail. You never get let down. The people are wonderful. The people are so generous. The food's good. The drink's good. The beach is lovely. The sun is always shining. Doesn't matter what day of the year, Christmas, New Year, the sun is shining. So I'd do it from Cape Verde. Love the place. So thank you so much for that, SOF. That's much appreciated. Really do appreciate a super chat. Rich has become a YouTube member. Big up, Rich. Hope you are well. Welcome to the YouTube member family. Big up to you. Thank you so much. Where are we? The High Alpha said, I'm an Arsenal fan and Savva is my favourite YouTuber. Oh, it's very nice of you. Thank you for saying so. It's nice. Do you know, it's nice to hear some nice things every now and then in this world, isn't it? We get a lot of things that we don't like and that we hate, but thank you very much. Sorry, just needed some water there. Daniel, leave me. Love that name. If Werner can't turn it on tonight, then surely he has to be done. Having said that, we'll probably sign it for another year. Yeah, look, these are the games where Timo Werner, he's got to start scoring, right? The guy just doesn't. The guy just doesn't score goals, does he? Psycho Teacher has said once Davis is in the lineup, we'll never reach that level. Lena has said perhaps try putting on subscriber only chat. Yeah, subscribers only. It's on in the chat. Yeah. It's all on. It's all on. It is what it is. People are just being silly today, and unfortunately, there are a lot of children on the internet, aren't there? Unfortunately, which makes it a sad place. And we're trying to make this channel a little bit more of that adult vibe, right? But hey, it is what it is. Jim has said no states in this game is the reality. Why not go for it? No states? What do you mean, Jim? Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, this is an important game, right? This is a European game, first one away. But hey, let me know what you mean by that. Francis has said we should win this match, but Ferencvaros aren't bad. Yeah, look, it's an unknown, right? It's an unknown. We'll see what they're made of when we start, and we'll see how the youngsters handle the occasion. Lena reckons we're going to nick it 2-1. We'll get some. I'm going to get some predictions in about 20 minutes. Phil Coys has said it's refreshing to see our youngsters getting a chance. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. It is. It is. But again, if we lose the game, questions will be asked. Not about Mikey Moore, but about playing 4 of them at once. We'll see. Listen, for all we know, they could turn up, win 5-0. John has said a party if Tottenham get beaten. Okay. It looks like John's a Chelsea fan. Now FM has said, honestly, don't care what happens in this game. Just the win is all I want. So you do care what happens in this game then. You do care. Ben has said, if we lose today, people will start booing Ange again. That's football. Take it or leave it. Hey, it is what it is. Finn Rickwood has said, I would feel disappointed, but I would still credit for playing Lancashire and more. But if you're in Ange's shoes, you've got to win. Yeah, you've got to win. Yeah, listen, that's the manager's job, right? You've got to balance playing the kids, playing the senior pros, winning. Listen, that's the job. That's why they're paid the big bucks. Big up to the chief moderator of all moderators. Big up, Ben. How you doing, man? Has said, afternoon, everyone. Had to give the kids an opportunity to swink. Swink? It's not a word, is it? To sink or swim. Absolutely, Ben. Big up to you. Keep smashing the like button as well, people. Just under 200 likes now. That's much better. And as I said before, the game will kick off in 34 minutes time. Paul Pablo has said, is the team that I picked is only, I hope it's not deja vu, Coventry, where he changed the lineup like this. Let's see. Let's see. We'll see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens. Ryan has also picked up on that and said, if this is another Coventry-like performance, then it will prove our backups are not up to standard. Listen, as we said, Ange has made the decision and the scouts and the director of football in the summer to only buy youth. So we decided that the squad was strong enough without buying senior pros. Games like this will show it. Not just this game, but games like this. Big up Chalks, Tottenham. Big up to you. That's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? If we lose tonight, does that justify Ange not picking the youngsters for the league games? I think it's really difficult because, look, there's a difference between starting 4 kids and starting 1 in a Premier League game. Do you know what I mean? So tonight he's got Bergvall, Gray, Lancashire and Moore. There's a difference between that and then at Brighton starting Moore with Solanke and Son. Huge difference. So, I think it's a context. It's all about context and the moving parts. Oh, Gus said, I took Ferencvaros before the team came out. Seen it before, though I still expect Spurs get it done. Let's hope so. R. Green said, me and my wife had our honeymoon in Cape Verde. Love it. Which island did you go to? I absolutely love the place, mate. I think it's, do you know what I love? It's about 5 hours on a flight for guaranteed sun. And the people there are just wonderful. I really love it there. Joe has said, Savva, would you let inexperienced people put in foundations if you were building your house? Look, I'm guessing all over the world with building companies, there's going to be apprentices learning on the job. Absolutely, right? Look, people have got to learn. They've got to play. Whether or not he should have played all of them at once, we're going to find out. We're going to find out, right? Ken said you're not negative. I haven't even given a prediction or anything to be negative. Just misunderstood. Absolutely. Tony is not a fan. Not a fan of Timo Werner. Question here, is Mikey on the left? I don't know. At the moment, I'm guessing he'll be on the right. Timo Werner's not a right-sided player. He's on the left, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Ali Garcia has said, City fan here, and I enjoy watching your stream. Thank you, Ali. I really appreciate that. Big up to Igor. So big up, Savva, always tuning in your shows. Big up, Igor. Thank you very much. There's some really nice people. Sorry. Yes, sorry, Francis. I should have. Sorry. That was an obvious one for me. Yes. No stakes in this match. We'll see. We'll see, right? Listen, it's one of those that if you lose, and then with one game of the group to go, you're scrambling around finishing that top 8, you're going to look back at games like this. But hey, it's at this stage, right? It's ifs, buts, and maybes, and we can listen. We can chew the fat on every game to the most minute detail. But time will tell, as always. Ing has said this could be a thriller again. I hope young boys put on a show. Come on, you Spurs from Northern Norway. Lovely. Big up the Norwegians. Big up the home of Erik Thorstvedt. What a player he was for Tottenham. Absolutely. I think lots of Spurs games this year are going to have a lot of goals and a lot of entertainment. We'll see. Luton Dan said, I'd rather start with strength. I feel if the kids don't do well, they will get less confident. But it's a great experience for the team, I guess. There's so many different ways to look at this, aren't there? I'm not saying any of you are right or wrong. There's just so many different ways. Talks Tottenham said, love your channel. Glad you came back. You are fair, balanced, and factual, but could just have a little more hope and faith in Spurs. Listen, I've supported Spurs for 40 years. It's very hard to just have more hope and faith in Spurs. I've heard that for so many years, and it never actually comes to fruition. So once bitten, 300 times as shy, right? So that's where it comes from. It's easier for a lot of younger fans. They've not been through it all over and over and over and over again. Big up the Hotspur Hoods. Said CID. I don't think that's to me, is it? That's not to me, I don't think. Belgrade Wonder has said, just pay attention to Saldana. Proper player, that lad. Serbian league is crap, but he was levels and levels above. Yeah, I've seen they've also got a bloke called Adama Traore. Not the Adama Traore. Let's have a little look at this Ferencvaros team, shall we? So the guy you're talking about, Saldana, my app's got it that he's lining up in the number 10. Traore on the right, Sivic on the left, and Varga up front. I can't say I know any of these, if I'm going to be brutally honest. So listen, we're going to see. Let's have a look at their forwards. Their forwards so far, one's got 2 in 4 games. Sivic has got no goals this season. Traore's got 2 goals. He's got 3 goals so far this season. Saldana's got 4 goals in 2 league games. He's got 2 goals in 1 cup game. So it looks like you're right there. That Saldana looks like he's scored a lot of goals at that level. Let's see what he's all about the next level up, shall we? Let's just see. Who have I got in my bets? Let's see what Galatasaray. I've got Galatasaray in my account. Let's have a look. Okay, they've gone somewhat strong. Let's see. The kickoff will be in 29 minutes, people. 29 minutes. There's so many Johns. There's so many Johns in the world, John. Yeah. No crime if you lose. Yeah, I mean, is that the attitude, though? Is that really where we want to be as a club? Saying, oh, don't worry, we won that one. Doesn't matter if we lose this one. I don't think big teams talk like that, I'm afraid. I really, really don't. Big up George said, hi, Savva. Thinking of betting $100 or more anytime scorer at 3.6. Thoughts? Why not? Why not, George? Why not? I don't know. Picking goal scorers is always difficult, right? Especially a lad on his first game. But why not? He's one of our 3 forwards. Do it. Just do it. It could be the best money you make back. John has said, I'm happy Moore's got a game. Jonathan, what do you get by becoming a membership supporter on here? Yeah, listen, to be fair, I've been a bit lax with this lately. There's going to be a lot more member shows as the season goes on. But I'm guessing you're not going to become a member as a Chelsea fan. Acid Twin has said, man, maybe not this game, but a lot of fans are going to get a smack back to reality soon. Beating United is like beating up an old granny having to carry a Dutch bald dent-headed man on their back. Wow, that's listen. Look, I think we just need to be happy that we beat Man U convincingly. Of course, there are tougher tests to come, of course, and we take every game as we do. You know me, I'm not one of these that goes, oh my God, we beat Man U, we're winning the league. I'm also not one that goes, oh my God, we've lost to this team, we're losing, we're getting relegated. But hey, it is what it is. Cam said they're playing the kids today. If we lose, don't think it's the end of the world. Again, I feel like, though, that this is what I don't get, right, is... For me, I'm sorry, if you don't win the game, there's going to be critique. It can't just be, well, he played the kids and tried something. Sorry, big clubs don't operate like that. You've got to win the game. So for me, I'm sorry, we can't be going into European competitions going, if we don't lose, it doesn't matter. If we lose, it doesn't matter. I think that's really, really disingenuous and just gives the manager an out no matter what. Not for me. Not for me. If the manager thinks they're ready, they've got to perform. That's on him. He's trying them all at the same time. For me, I would have put one in the league game. I would have then put maybe two in here. If he's going for all of them, let's see. Very true, Savva. Starting more alongside Son and Solanke with Matters. Decky and Bentancur behind him in midfield wouldn't affect our performance, unlike today, where it's Lancashire, Werner. Listen, we don't know what's going to happen today, but yes, I think that's the interesting thing. Sometimes if you play all the kids together, you don't really see the best of them because let's say at the weekend, Werner. Mikey Moore starts with Solanke and Son, and then you've got Bentancur, Kulu, Maddison. Now all of a sudden, Mikey Moore is in and around your best 11. Yeah, he's a young player, but with senior pros around your best 11. When you play all the kids together, it's very difficult because there's no one for them to learn off. There's no aura of being in the first team. It becomes a B team. So there's different ways to look at it. Big up Persh. Yes, I am very well, thank you. I hope you are as well. Liston Hines, hope you are well. Said, I've heard that Hungarian fans of that team can be quite hostile. Yes, I've heard that it's not a nice ground to go to from a hostility point of view, but big up to you. Only 205 likes. There's 515 of you in the building. Come on, people. And let's just reiterate that once we get to 14,000 subscribers, which is 185 away, 2 free tickets for Tottenham versus Ipswich will be given away, as well as 1 Spurs shirt. So whoever wins the 2 tickets will also win the Spurs shirt, a real Spurs shirt with whatever name and number they want on their back. But we do need to get the last 185 subscribers to get to 14K. So how horrible of me to be giving away things like that for something you just have to give me for free. Dibiki said, Ferencvaros, a Hungarian team. I used to live 10 minutes from their stadium back in the day. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Love your picture. Just a pumpkin there. I love it. Absolutely. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they're made of. They're young, but they're at Tottenham for a reason. And let's be fair, Spurs made the decision not to buy more senior pros. This is why. So let's see. Yeah, I asked not to be on them. I just thought they were really silly. Listen, I've got nothing against the guy who does that channel. But for me, I do think a lot of the fans put on a lot of their reactions. People falling off chairs, and it's a bit silly, isn't it? For a goal going in against a team like Karabag or Ferencvaros. But hey, it is what it is. Shara, you're asking the wrong person. I'm teetotal, but you knock yourself out. Go for one. Good evening to Kate. I hope you are well. C to the 4th said, won a few games against poor teams and a handball is perfect. I just think we're so no one wants calm, do they? It's always got to be one or the other. What I do find funny, though, is the people that are like, oh, my God, we've won 2 league games in a row. We're amazing. I told you we're great handball. they're the same people that when you lose have already started putting in excuses. I haven't said we'll lose, by the way, but it's just interesting, isn't it? Not that Adama Traore, a different one. I'm not reading that out. Stats Killer, we will win the league this year. Oh, Stats Killer last night was in here talking some absolute nonsense. Arnie Slotniger. Reading that out could get me in serious trouble. Spurs going to win 4-0. Let's see. Who else we got in the chat? Archie Gray is a real gem, mate. I keep hearing this. I've got to see it. I keep hearing this. I watched him last year. He was okay. I've watched him this year. I'm not being impressed. We'll see. But we'll see. As with anybody, as with any young player, let's see what he's made of over time. I just think people go a little bit overboard every time he touches the ball. They start making highlights and compilations of something he's done. It's madness. Let's win this and then watch Porto send 10 back to Holland. Listen, do you know what I find interesting is, do we want Man U to sack Ten Hag? Because they could get in a better manager, and I think they've got a good squad. A better manager could get them firing and up the table. So I think it's one of those where you've got to be careful what you wish for, but hey, it would be funny nonetheless. 3-0 Tottenham. Robert has said, big up Savva and Chat need to win this one. By the way, very bold, very brave, Nicola. But hopefully you're right. For information, I don't need any perks to remember. Just want to show support to the channel. Thanks, Rich. I really appreciate that. I do try my best. Big up to Lee Kettle. Yeah, listen, you know me. You'll always get a lot of commentating from the Spurs watch-alongs. Always will try my best. And I always do them by myself as well. So please do like, please do subscribe. We're only, as I said, 184 subscribers now away from giving away 2 tickets and a free shirt. And we've got some 225 likes so far. We should be at 300. So keep smashing that. And D&B Forever with a super sticker. Thank you. Every time I get a super chat, I find it really, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you, D&B. Always very supportive of the channel. Robert has become a new channel member. Big up to you, Robert. Hope you're well. Thank you. Always enjoy our discussions. We don't always agree, but you know what? It's all right. It's all right to not agree, right? So big up to Robert. Thank you very much. Where are we? Raiden has just said, we will win. Well, we're going to get some score predictions in the next 6 minutes. So I will ask for that in 6 minutes. Bobby K is in the chat. There he is. Look at him. Look at that glorious looking bastard. There he is. He makes all the women go weak at the knees, Bobby K. Big up to you, mate. Big up to Ben Kaufman, the mod father. We have to win today. A lot harder games coming up. Well, yes. Yeah, this is what, when people are going, oh, don't worry about this game. In the next 4 games, Tottenham have got Alkmaar, Galatasaray, Roma and Rangers. I do think people are being a little bit flippant. Oh, don't worry if we lose today. Yeah, I'll be worrying if we lose today. Shouldn't be losing games like this. These are games we've got to be winning. You know, it can't be 1 week. It can't be we're amazing, blah 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 blah, and then the next week, well, don't worry if we lose. Got to keep the same energy. Martin Neville said, what position do the kids on the bench play? Dorrington is a centre half. Dante Casanova is a centre half as well, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure if he can play fullback as well. And Ajayi, I believe, is a midfielder. I believe. I wasn't expecting to see his name at all. Yes, hopefully that answers your questions. Some people in the chat will have more knowledge of that than I will. Top G14 has said their manager has decent experience as a manager in the Eredivisie, and his record is decent as well. I'm going for a 2-1 win for us or 2-2. As I said, we'll get those predictions very, very shortly. Miss Bunny said, for me, if the kids don't perform, I will be critical of the kids, not Ange. He's given them a chance. Now it's time. Sure, I just think it's difficult to give them all a chance at once. It's really difficult, right? He's left a lot of senior pros out of that midfield and forward line. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. We could win this easily. I just don't know. I really don't know with this game. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to give a prediction. I just don't know where I sit with it. And I don't know their team well enough. Big up to Steve, who said, come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. Jimmy has said, big up Savva. Is Ange flying too close to the wind? Not a lot of experience in there to help the youngsters. Look, I think it's an interesting lineup. What he has got, Ange, is he's got a lot of experience on the bench. So if it's not going well, the game starts to get away from you, he can bring those players on. It's a big call from the manager. Hey, listen, he's the manager. He picks the team. As I always say, for any manager at any club, you live and die by the decisions that you make. There are that's terrible maths, Richard. 18 minutes until kickoff. 18 minutes until kickoff. Adiza said, if Reguilon's just here because of the vibes and training, why hasn't Spence been called up? Yeah, I did. I talked about that on my stream earlier. I will never understand Ange's decision not to take Jed Spence. It just seemed a little bit strange. But hey, it is what it is. Top G14 has said, Ferencvaros are definitely better than Karabag. And with the 11 we put out, then I'm saying we shouldn't be surprised if we are down by 1 or 2 goals at half time. Okay, lots of different ways of looking at this, aren't there? Guys, and girls, it's got to that time. Give me your score predictions. Please don't just put 2-1. If it's 2 to who, right? Give me your score predictions for the game. Tottenham Hotspur away at Ferencvaros in the Europa League. Let's see your score lineups. Big Boss JR, hope you're well, said, I just saw the lineup and came here to see if it's just me that thinks it's too much rotation. I don't mind giving them time, just not all at the same time. It's what we've been talking about, mate. It's one of those. If we win, he's going to get all the adulation in the world. If we don't, he's going to take the critique, and that's football management, right? We'll find out. That's football management. I don't know. You tell me. I find it. I'm intrigued. I'm actually looking forward to this one more than some of the other games you've played because of this. Rob has said, evening, folks. Hope you're good, Savva. I am well. Looking forward to seeing the kids start, but it's a risk as well. Of course, it's a risk. It's a risk to play all of them at once, but we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Absolutely, Ryan. Get those likes up. We definitely should be on 300. We're on 240. Get those likes up, people. I'll get to the score predictions in a minute. I try to get to as many comments as possible, unlike other YouTubers. Howdy. How are we doing? How are we doing, Red Vision? I hope you're well. PP Jam, is an entire teapot a day unhealthy? I mean, I'm the wrong person to be asking. L-Tel, big up, bro. He was on earlier today. Please go and subscribe to his channel. What a good guy he is. Says, Savva, who would have known that we kick off early because the kids have to be in bed by 9:30. It's an early kickoff. They can be. They could probably be back in London by midnight, ready for a good night's sleep. Prediction there is 2-1 Spurs. I'll give mine in a minute. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm mulling it over in my head. Haaland said it's not just that we won. It's the way we're winning where everyone is happy. Sure. Yeah, I think that the wins against Brentford and Man U were very good. I thought the win against Coventry was... Yeah. Yeah, listen, I think everyone's got a right to be happy. Absolutely. Ben, there we go. Help Ben Kaufman. Help Ben get to get him up to 700. There's his link. Smash it. He's a great guy. He's always coming on my channel and helping me out. So do please get over and subscribe to Ben as well. R Green has become a YouTube member. Big up to you, R Green. Hope you're well. Thank you so much. And big up to absolutely everybody that's become a member. Really appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Could be a lady. Could be a man. I don't know. But big up to you. Big up to those that have been subscribing as well. Adiz said, why isn't Gray playing in midfield? Did we buy him to play in defence? I don't know. I don't know what he is. I'd love to see him in midfield for a few games, but I just don't think he's going to get the opportunity. Imramoon has said, personally think it's a good lineup. Rotation has to happen. If things go wrong, we can look at the bench. As a Spurs fan, I haven't seen us actually have bench options in a long time. I think there's a difference between having bench options and having your first team on the bench. I think there's a huge difference. But listen, we'll see. We'll see if it's a good lineup, depending on the score, won't we? That's how we judge it, right? 10 Hag until we die. There's that way of looking at it. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? 3-0. Spurs 3-0 or 3-0 to Ferencvaros. I don't think you've made that very clear, Cam. I'm guessing you're never going to go 3-0 to Ferencvaros. Let me know. Josh, I'm on the fence with it. I don't know at the moment. I really, really don't know where I sit. I think it's a great opportunity. Let's see. Listen, if they all play well and take their opportunity, then it's a great lineup, right? If they don't, then it's not. Yes, Bruno's red card. I said at the time, by the letter of the law, it was a red, but I do feel it was harsh, and I do think it's the right decision to overturn it, if I'm going to be completely non-biased. Free the right side, 6-0. 6-0, Spurs, Lancashire and more hat-tricks. Well, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? They'd be pronounced the best footballers in the world. We'll see. And just delusional, says Bam Bam Bigelow. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Haaland said our front three is scaring me. 2 players of inexperience and Werner, who is low on confidence. Listen, this is the team he's picked. He's going to live and die by these lineups. Any manager would. And he just said, should I captain Palmer or Haaland for this week? Dude, I don't know. I can't be in charge of people's fantasy Premier League teams. I've got enough to worry about on my own fantasy team that I always forget to change the team lineup. Always doing it. Big up. Yeah, Bobby. I know, Bobby. I know. I've got some good followers or viewers, and they're so bad at hitting that like button. But big up to you, Bobby. Frank, here we go. Has gone 4-2 Spurs. Rob Frank. Johnny has gone 4-0 Spurs. Spurs 4-0. Some big score lines coming up here. 2-all. 3-1. Big up, George. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. 3-0 Tottenham, 3-0 Spurs. A lot of very confident people in the house. 3-1 Spurs, 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 Lancashire, 2-1 Spurs, 3-1 Spurs, 3-1 Spurs, 1-0 Spurs. Cam Tinley's gone 3-0 to Ferencvaros. He's got to be trolling me there. 2-2, 2-0 Spurs, 2-1 Spurs. Railway said, if you're going to pick Vicario over Forster, why didn't he bin Foster and pick Spence? I completely agree. None of it makes sense, but hey, that's what he's doing. Total Spurs has gone with 3-1 and being very precise with the goal scorers as well. Moore, Romero and Werner. Avi has said, big up Savva, always a pleasure. Big up to you, my man. Said 3-0 Coys. Looks like you could do with a little bit more work on your bicep there. It only looks about that big. Maybe a bit more work on the bicep, my man. Jesus, you make me feel horrible looking at you, bloody God. Look at him. Daniel Leave me said 0-0 at half-time with Spurs winning 2-0 when Ange takes further off. 3-2 Spurs, 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 loss with this team selection. Just hope I'm wrong, says Jimmy. A grumpy grandpa has gone with 2-2. Papa Sarr and Will Lancashire. Very specific. Very specific. 2-1 to Spurs. We'll rely on the experience off the bench again, says Rich. Look, I suppose that's why it's there. By the way, do keep smashing that subscribe button, people. The link is in the chat. We're now only 180 away from giving away those 2 free tickets. Only 180 subscribers away from 2 free tickets and a Spurs shirt. The Sheriff, just a win. We lost 3-0 to Barca a few years ago on my birthday. Fair enough. 3-0 Spurs, 1-0 to Ferencvaros. That's how that reads. Is that who you're going with? Off the Spurs. Okay, there we go. Francis Reynolds gone 3-1 Spurs. 3-0 Spurs. 4-0 Spurs. Lots of big. I'm expecting a whitewash here, guys. Let's see if all these people come back if we don't win. Let's see what they've got to say. Gray isn't a defender for F's sake. Yep. We'll see. Martin Neville said he's got 5 on the bench to change if it goes wrong early. 2-1 Spurs may need subs. Yeah, a lot of people saying that we might need the subs. 100 to 1. You imagine? I might stick a tenner on him if it was. I don't know. Surely, if he can't score in these Europa League games, I mean, what are we doing, right? Agreed. I respect Ange a lot for what he did at Celtic, but what the F is he doing? Said Rido boy. We'll see. We'll see what he's doing. This is going to be good playing that high line with kids. We'll see. Look, isn't it funny? I find it really interesting how you've got so many people over here going, yeah, 3-0, 4-0. So many over here going, oh, he's picked the wrong team. We're going to really, really interesting. Big up to Ash. I hope you're well. And Kakaroos, big up, Ant. How you doing? I said, if you're going to start more next year, you need some quality up front with them, not Timo Werner. Interesting. Spencer Spurs TV is so excited to see the kids play. This could go well or really bad. Laugh out loud. Absolutely. Ali, I didn't. I saw highlights of that. I watched Real Madrid, who let me down for £1,400. I had a 9-team ACCA, 8 teams won, and Real Madrid were diabolical. Should we say? I reckon 2-1 Spurs, 4-0 Spurs. But by the way, Villa, what a good result for Aston Villa. They've had a great start to the season. Sky Eyes said you'll never win anything with kids. Here we go. Foxy, you're the second person that said this. All I know is that Matheus Saldana will be the standout player for them. Well, he's playing in the number 10. Let's see what he's made of. We can buy him if he's any good. It'll be a nice cheap signing for Daniel Levy. My prediction, I think Spurs win the game. I do think Spurs win the game. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone's saying. I'll probably go for a 2-1. I suppose it depends on at what stage in the game does he introduce the senior pros. We'll see. 2-1. I'll go with 2-1. I think we're going to win the game. I do think we'll get 3 points. I think we're going to have too much coming off the bench. Famous last words. Spurs forever. So big up, Savva. Enjoy the game. Everyone needs to realise it will be an awful game to watch. Crap weather. Fair enough. Aquasubs has said 2-1 loss. Naive tactics and clown show. Team selection, Savva. We'll see. Savva, will you do the tickets in a dedicated stream? Once I get to 14,000, Robert, I will then do them, the tickets. At the moment, we're still 180 away from that, so it's not happening anytime soon. But hey, if people were a bit more generous, we might do. Big up. Sorry, I should have seen that. Big up. Happy birthday, Mark. Big up to the sheriff. And look at that. Gary Mabbott, what a player. Big up to you. Happy 40th again, I believe, that for you. Happy birthday. Everybody give a massive happy birthday to the sheriff. But hang on, I'm just going to test the scoreboard. Ignore the 1. Yeah, ignore that. I do this every time. Ignore that. I'll start the game when it gets to 1 second. Krista T has said 4-1 Spurs. A Timo brace incoming. About bloody time as well. About bloody time. Big up to Jordan. Hope you're doing well. Have faith in the youth. We use the word faith a lot in football. Faith for me is not about what football's about. Football's about quality. Steve said Ben Davies headed from the corner first half. Well, this is going to be interesting. People are now predicting exactly how the goals will go in. Villa result made me sick. Listen, they're a good team, Aston Villa. Tekken. Yes, but the problem was, by the time the other results were in, Real Madrid were losing. So the bookies had no need to give me a big cash out, and it was pointless. We'll see if we can win today. No. Sometimes I give them away. Sometimes I don't. I've got a really mixed bag of an ACCA today. We'll see. It could be over. I've got 9 teams tonight. 4 are playing at 5:45, and 5 are playing at 4:45, 5:45, and 4 are playing at the 8 o'clock kickoffs. And no, I've not got Tottenham in my ACCA. I never put Tottenham in the ACCA. Bobby K. Yeah, why not? Sure, why not? I'm really rich. Yeah, why not? I'll just fly you over if you win. Why not? Big up, get your last minute scorelines in there. Yes, the one was to check that I had everything set up in the background. It's not 1 second old, and then they stop the game. Don't worry. Big up, Patrick McCory. How you doing, man? Said I'll have a shot of what Krista T is on. Werner couldn't score in a brothel. Listen, if you are, yeah, see, I never put Tottenham in my ACCA. I like to have heart over head, all that, head over heart, whatever you want to say. Yeah. When I do my ACCAs, do I research? Yes, yeah, I have a look at teams' form, I have a look at who they're playing, of course, but the difficulty is in these games, I put the ACCAs on in the afternoon before you've seen all the lineups and yada, 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 yada. So, you know, Savva, do you agree with me that Emi Martinez has been a big game goalkeeper in the world, has best big game goalkeeper? Listen, he turns up in big games, doesn't he? I mean, I think Emi Martinez is a really good goalkeeper. I really do. I thought he was excellent at the World Cup. I think he's been brilliant for Villa. He's a top goalkeeper, him. Johnny said, what is an ACCA? It's an accumulator. So if I pick 9 teams to all win, all 9 teams have to win, and then the odds get added together, and then yada, yada, yada. So if I put 2-1 turns to 4-1 to 8-1 to right. So here's the Ferencvaros team. It's Debush in goal, Gartenman, Cisse, Gustavo, Ramirez, Mega, Faney, Traore, Saldana, Sivic, and Varga. Everyone is saying that the player to watch out for is number 11, Saldana. I don't know. I've not seen him, but his stats look quite good. And here's the Tottenham team. The Tottenham team for you here looks like a nice little stadium there. Oh no, they've not bothered to put it on the screen yet. Come on, I know the team, but there we go. Thanks, Foxy. A parlay. I like that. That sounds better than an ACCA, doesn't it? ACCA. It just sounds so English. ACCA. Oh, and the Hungarians, their goalkeeper is wearing number 90 and is their captain. Here comes our captain, Christian Romero, number 17. And they'll put our team up. I'll go through the team with you now anyway. The team is as follows. It is Vicario in goal. Right, fullback is Porro. Then we've got Davis, Romero, and Gray. Bergval, Sarp, Basuma, Lancashire, Moore, and Timo Werner up top. Now, they've got it down here that Ben Davis is left back, Gray's at centre-half. We'll see as soon as the game kicks off if that's what they do. Let's see. Is Gray any good at centre-half? I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see. Yeah, Tekken. I saw this name on the list and I thought, if I read that out how I should have read it out, I just can only imagine. The Spurs bench, we've got a lot of youngsters on there and a lot of senior players as well. On the Civic. For anyone who's never watched a watch along with me before, I do a lot of commentating. So if I don't get to the comments as much, it's because of that. And if I do go quiet, it means that nothing is really happening in the game. But we are about to kick off. And it is, it looks like, is this Ferencvaros to kick off? Spurs are still in a little huddle. It's nice. They're in a nice little huddle. Spurs are in an awful kit. I hate that kit for Spurs. We're wearing dark greenish, and they're wearing white with bright green. I don't like that kit at all, Tottenham. I'm just putting that out there. But it is what it is. Big ups to every single one of you. Yeah, I agree. And the game has kicked off. There we go. We're underway. Tottenham Hotspur away at Ferencvaros in the Europa League. Let's have a look. So Pedro Porro has definitely started at right back. Archie Gray is at centre back and Ben Davis is at left back. So Archie Gray, who's on the ball right now, is playing at centre back for Tottenham Hotspur. James, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want any of you to buy me that kit if you ever think that you want to give me a present. And there's a foul early doors by number 11, Saldana, on Mikey Moore, who has started on the right wing. Give me a second. So here's Bergval plays it out to Werner, and the ball slips under Werner's foot and goes straight off for a throw-in to to Ferencvaros. Yes, here goes the number 99 for Ferencvaros. He plays the ball down the line. Pedro Porro's going to try and get out there. Hasn't got there, but Romero's blocked the cross. It's one back by Ferencvaros. Really sloppy defending that. And again, sloppy defending. They've had another shot blocked. Spurs twice. Really poor. Playing it out the back. Losing the ball both times. And Ferencvaros are trying to settle into a pattern of having the ball here. And now they've still got the ball. I think this is a really harsh question to ask about two 17-year-olds that have hardly played any football. Let's not do that. Ferencvaros again got the ball in midfield, but again, it was really poor play, and it was from two of the more senior pros there. Romero and Porro kind of got in each other's way. Here's the 99 Ramirez, who's getting on the ball a lot. He's crossed the ball, but it's taken a deflection out to the winger, who's played it off of Papa Sarr. It's a corner kick to Ferencvaros early on, and Ferencvaros, I think I've got that pronunciation down to a T, have started quite brightly here indeed. And it looks like they're full of energy. So a corner kick. It's the number 99 Ramirez who's been getting on the ball in the first 2 minutes. He whips it in from the left-hand side, right-footed. It's gone all the way over. There's a Ferencvaros player down in the box. They're still playing on, though. They're still playing on. They're not kicking it out. He's back on his feet. There's a ball dinked over the top. I'll tell you what, Christian Romero tried to clear it, kind of miskicked it, got a slice on it, and then there was no harm. So still, Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 0. A lively 3 minutes to the game. A real lively 3 minutes here. Here's Archie Gray. Plays it across the back to Christian Romero. And Christian Romero is going to have a big job here in speaking to Archie Gray. Now the ball to Mikey Moore for the first time in the game. Mikey Moore on the right wing, cuts in, gives it to Porro. He turns, and Spurs can put their foot on the ball for the first time in the game. Here's a ball down the line by Mikey Moore to Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr can hold up his man. Back to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore plays it back to Porro. Porro into Romero. And now Ferencvaros have got everybody back behind the ball. And Tottenham are just passing it around amongst themselves at the moment. But Ferencvaros, they look set up well here at the moment. They look like they're in a good shape. We'll see. There's a ball over the top. That's a superb ball. They're through on goal here, Ferencvaros. He's one-on-one with Archie Gray. He's laid it off to his mate, who scooped the ball over the bar. And just like that, one ball over the top. We've seen it many times, haven't we? One ball over the top. I think it was... I don't know if that was Ramirez again. What a pass that was. Completely took out the entire Spurs defence. The player laid it back to the number 19, and his shot, he was leaning back, and it scooped over the bar. But that's the first warning sign for Tottenham there, that we got hit on the break. One ball over the top. Someone's done their homework, haven't they? So 4.5 minutes gone. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 0. How I've not got a job for Sky Sports commentating. I can hear you all thinking it. I should, right? Ferencvaros have won the ball back again. They're seeing a lot of the ball early on. Daniela, when you say, is it just you or is the game out of sync? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, please? I don't know. Ferencvaros are playing the ball out of the back here. Here's number 99. I like this guy. He looks like a good player. He's dinked the ball forward. A goal has got in already. Real Sociedad are beating Anderlecht 1-0 in Spain. So Real Sociedad 1, Anderlecht 0. And the reason I know that is because I've got Anderlecht in my ACCA. Who's 10 seconds behind? How can I be 10 seconds behind? I've got the game on in normal time. How can I be 10 seconds behind? I'm watching BT Sport. Are you talking to me, Dan? Oh, other people are 10 seconds behind me. Apologies. Yeah, Joe, it's mad, isn't it? But it is what it is. So Ferencvaros with a ball down the line. Again, there's the ball over the top. Everyone knows how to get in. Porro did really well that time. But yeah, Basuma's come back and cleared up for him. And then Basuma's given it away. We're so lackadaisical. They're running through us here. They're still running through us. And it's a throw-in. We got back at the end. But they're looking really sharp here. They're looking very sharp, Ferencvaros. And again, it's that one ball over the top each and every time. But so far, that's 3 times now we've tried to play it out the back and given the ball away. And I don't think we can afford to do it. I don't think this lot are that bad that we can get away with that. By the way, in the other game, Heidenheim of Germany are 1-0 up against Ljubljana of Slovenia. Apologies if I murdered that. Heidenheim 1-0. They're also in my ACCA. So 1-0. Oh. Yeah, I think most teams know how to. It's just whether or not they can, right? So it's a free kick here to Ferencvaros on the right-hand side. It's going to be whipped into the box. It's gone deep, way over everyone. One by the player and cleared. So it was won by the Ferencvaros player, but it only landed as far as Bergvall, and Bergvall can clear. And now Bergvall caught on the ball. Again, he does get caught on the ball a lot, Bergvall. And Ferencvaros are now sweeping the ball out to the right-hand side. He's one-on-one with Ben Davis, is the winger, Traore. He cuts in, he has a dink, and keeper saves it. It was probably dramatised that. It was a shot of goal, but it was a very lightweight shot. Yeah, Foxy, he stood out for me. He stood out for me here as Mikey Moore gets fouled and Spurs win a free kick. Savva, you are 10 seconds behind what I'm watching on TNT, possibly YouTube. I don't understand. I don't understand. I've got it live, but hey, it is what it is. I'm on, it's on 8 minutes 5 is the counter on TNT. Here's Mikey Moore, flicks it down the line to Sarr. I think that might be the first time we got the ball in their box. It's gone straight back out to Moore. The ball's whipped in. It's gone across everybody and out to Timo Werner on the left-hand side. Here's Basuma in midfield. Basuma can go all the way back to Archie Gray. Archie Gray spreads it wide. So far, I've not been impressed with our defensive antics at all. But we'll see. So here's Papa Sarr on the right-hand side for Spurs. Ooh. Plays it into Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore with a nice little trick, gives the ball away in the end. And now Ferencvaros can break out again. They've given the ball away now. And Mikey Moore's got loads of space on the right. He puts a wonderful ball across. There was no one in there, and it's cleared by the Ferencvaros defender. Mikey Moore in acres of space, putting a very good ball, and there was no one there. Now Ferencvaros can break. They've gone down the line. I'll tell you what, this number 11 can play. This number 11 can play. He's asking for a free kick. He's not going to get it. Not going to get the free kick. He wants it. He's not going to get it there. But he's a good player, the number 11. He's got some tricks. There's the ball down the middle. Will Lancashire jumping, but the centre-back clears that. He's given it away. I'll tell you what, so many games where you just see teams giving the ball away. Oh, is that what people are saying, Lee? A cross comes in, and I'll tell you what, a cross comes in. Should have done better there, Will Lancashire. To be fair, should have done better. Timo Werner dropped the ball into the 6-yard box, and there you go. The ball went out wide to Timo Werner. He pushed it onto his left, dinked it into the middle, and Will Lancashire just didn't get his header right, and it went high and over the bar. That's the first real opportunity for Spurs in this game. Watching it again, he's missed it completely with his head, and it's bounced off his shoulder away, high and wide. Oh, yeah, lots of people in my WhatsApp group as well are talking about the commentary being out of sync. Well, you can watch me. Here's Ben Davis, plays it down the line. It's pulled back. Timo Werner pulls it back to no one. And here's Tottenham defended again. Archie Gray has slipped. Archie Gray's given the ball away. I know I'm not allowed to say that, but he did. Archie Gray's given the ball away. And then the Ferencvaros players slipped. I'll tell you what, how many people are giving the ball away in this game? The standard is absolutely dreadful from both teams at the moment, if I'm honest. Here's Basuma. Plays it into Sarr. He's going to have a shot. He's 20 yards out. He's had a shot low down. The keeper pushes it away. And then the Ferencvaros defender clears it. And now Ferencvaros are on the break, are they? No. The referee's pulled it back for a free kick to Ferencvaros. And Galatasaray are 1-0 up against RFS of Latvia. And it's Dries Mertens at the age of 37. I'll tell you what, the number of people in this game giving the ball away. What makes me laugh, right, is I watch games like this, and so far in 12 minutes, everyone gives the ball away, right? But yet, at half-time, people go, I thought so-and-so played well. And yet, they're just giving the ball away constantly. Here goes the number 99 again. He's been the one that's impressed me so far. He's pulled it back into midfield, not to the number 15. He sweeps it all the way back to the right-sided centre-half, and he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. I mean, they're no mugs, this lot. They're no mugs. But both teams just giving away the ball far too easily. Far, far, far too easily. There's the ball over the top. That was a really poor ball by the Ferencvaros right back, and Vicario comes out. Gives the ball to Archie Gray. He goes across to Romero. So of my 4 teams in my ACCA that have kicked off, only FC Astana are still not winning. FC Astana of Kazakhstan are not winning. So Tottenham have the ball at the back. Christian Romero. We've got the ball. If I go a bit quiet, it means nothing's really happening. Spurs have got the ball at the back, and then that's an awful pass. Was that Romero? Yeah, really bad pass that from Romero. Tried to play out wide to Mikey Moore. Really poor pass from today's captain. And Ferencvaros have a throw in the left back area of their half. So Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 0, 13 minutes and 44 seconds gone. The ball's dinked up the pitch by Ramirez. Romero wins that header, but out for a throw-in. Much better there from Romero. 1-on-1 and won the header. Yeah, Phil, I think that's being extra kind. For me, I'm talking about 5-6 yard passes. To be fair, other than Ramirez, and by the way, FC Astana have just scored. So all four of my 545s are winning in my ACCA for anyone that cares. Today's ACCA is to win £2,900. Here we go. So the goalkeeper of Ferencvaros has the ball, plays it out wide to the centre-back. The beautiful pug, as people have asked, the beautiful pug is sleeping in the basket next to me. He is asleep in his basket. So here's Ferencvaros with a ball down the left channel. One in the air by the Ferencvaros player, but Archie Gray can mop that up, can he? Archie Gray plays it back to Vicario. Karabag 1, Malmo 0. Karabag. Hey? Karabag for the competition. I'm going for Karabag to win it. The whole thing. Romero goes across the back to Archie Gray. Archie Gray has got some grass to run into. Sprays a ball down the line. A good ball down the line to Werner. What's Werner got? He's one-on-one with his defender. Cuts in on the right. His shot hits the defender, and now they can break. Werner's just, I don't know, there's just something missing, isn't there? It's that Q word again. Now the ball goes down the line, and they're in it. They're in it. They're down the line. They've got a 3-on-3. Here's Traore. He plays it all the way across to number 17. Spurs have got bodies back now, but the ball's been whipped to the back post. They're in it. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Tottenham undone. Tottenham undone. Really crap defending yet again from Tottenham Hotspur. It is 1-0 to Ferencvaros. It looked like there was no harm at all, but Tottenham again, we're so easily undone. And the ball was played out wide to the 17, who dinked it to the far post. He's onside. Romero's playing him onside, and from an angle, he just headed it back across goal into the bottom corner. And really, really poor defending from Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know what we're VARing. I mean, I think that's well onside. Surely we don't have to VAR every goal in football, do we? They're VARing it. I think it will very kind if we get given this decision. That looks completely fine to me. Again, really poor defending from a Tottenham Hotspur point of view. They played the ball down the line, got in behind us, swept it across, and the header, no one marking him, the header back across goal. And for me, I think the two centre-backs have been all over the place so far in this game. The goal check is still going on. For me, yeah, they've shown it again. He's onside. I can't see. If this is offside and I don't know the rules of football, I think we're going to be very lucky. But for me, I think that's onside. I think the defence has been all over the place. The back four's been all over the place this game so far. Was it offside? I'm so confused. Was it off on? Was that offside? I didn't see who was offside there. Wow. Spurs have got away with one there. I'd like to see that again. They're not showing the replays on TNT. For me, we've got away with murder there, guys. We've got away with absolute murder. I can't look. They're not showing it again, but I can't see who was offside. Here's Spurs attacking down the other end. The keeper's that's a save for the cameras, but it's a goal kick, impeding the keeper. I'd love to see that again. If TNT could possibly show some replays. TNT have just not shown the replay. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so it's 0-0. Ferencvaros 0. Let me change the scoreline back. Oh, God. Now I've got to... Hang on. Oh, my God. Here you go. It's 21-0, 23-0, 24. Hang on. Let me just change this score. 1 second. And they nearly scored again. They've nearly scored again. They have scored. No, they haven't. It's off the line. And the refs I don't know what's going on. It's offside. It's offside. It is offside. What is going on? Tottenham cannot defend. I'm sorry. I know people get annoyed with me. I don't think this Tottenham team can defend. And this is... Again, the ball was played down the line, whipped into the back post. The defender got up, and the striker got up, and I tell you what, we're living dangerously here. But I think we're all over the place at the back. We're all over the place. Yeah, Phil, I'd really like... They haven't shown it again on my screen. I couldn't see what was wrong with it, but I thought Romero was playing the guy on side. Anyway, we move forward. Here's Ferencvaros again. It's a free kick to Ferencvaros on the left-hand side. I think Spurs look at all 6s and 7s here. I think we look really poor this half. It's only 20 minutes gone, but I think we need to do something. This doesn't look right. It was Romero with the foul. Harry, what do you mean calm down? Who's not calm? What? When people like Harry say things, I don't understand. I'm just stating a fact. There's a free kick swung in, and Ferencvaros in that, didn't win the ball. Oh, Werner's given it away so cheaply. Was that, no, Bergval, sorry. Gave the ball away really cheaply. I'm going to say it, every time I've watched Bergval play, he gives it away a hell of a lot. But here's Mikey Moore on the right-hand side. Mikey Moore is fouled, is he? Yes, he is. It's a throw-in. Mikey Moore doing really well there, trying to beat his man. His man took him down cynically, and it is a free kick to Tottenham. Lazio 1, Nice 0 as well. I love it. If you tell the truth, people go, calm down. I'm just telling the truth. We've not started well. The team doesn't look right. It doesn't look balanced. And every time they go forward, they look dangerous. So we've got to be careful here. Really got to be careful. Tottenham Hotspur away at Ferencvaros. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 0. Big up to absolutely everybody inside. He's Bergval. I haven't really seen a lot of him so far. And a couple of times we have, you know. See, but Phil, no. See, Phil, you can't do this. I'm sorry. When you're saying it's a disjointed back four, you can't do that. The only one that's not a senior pro is Archie Gray. It's not a disjointed back four. Ben Davies is a senior Welsh left-back international. It's only Archie Gray that's disjointed. So, no, you can't do that. Sorry. We've got to be honest here. If it doesn't look right, you've got to say it. You know, we can't make these excuses. I'm sorry. No. Here's Lancashire. Can he get there? No, he can't. Yes, they can. Tottenham are 1-0 up. Tottenham are 1-0 up. They're completely against the run of play. Papa Sarr stolen. The ball broke loose to him, and Tottenham have scored. It is 1-0 to Tottenham. We'll take it. It's not been a good performance, but we will take it. It was all very, very scrappy in the box. It fell to the feet of Papa Sarr, and Papa Sarr from 2 yards couldn't miss. Tottenham Hotspur winning 1-0 away in Ferencvaros. Ferencvaros 0. Goals. A goal from Papa Sarr. Tottenham 1-0 up. We'll go through that again. It was all a bit Mikey Moore dinked the ball over the top. The defender miskicked it. Then they were all at 6s and 7s. The defender didn't know the ball was behind him. It's pinball in there. It sort of missed everybody, hit nobody, and then it fell to Papa Sarr all by himself. And listen, sometimes they fall for you, sometimes they don't. That one did. It fell nicely for Papa Sarr, and he's not going to have an easier goal this season. Tottenham winning 1-0 away at Ferencvaros. And what are they doing now? They check. What? I thought they were doing a VAR that one as well. They didn't, and it's Tottenham 1-0 away at Ferencvaros. And Mikey Moore's won the ball back there. Mikey Moore's going down the line, whips it in, and cleared by the Ferencvaros centre-back for a corner kick. So Tottenham 1, Ferencvaros 0, and a corner kick to Tottenham. The Ferencvaros fans look shocked. 2 minutes before they've had what I thought was a good goal disallowed, but they're now 1-0 down, and that's how quickly football changes. There's a cross in from Porro, headed clear. It's gone all the way out to Mikey Moore, whose scuffed shot has bounced into the path of a Ferencvaros player. He plays it down the line, and now Ferencvaros are on the break down the left-hand side. This is Traore. He's one-on-one with Archie Gray. Bissouma's come back to help him though, and Spurs had 3 or 4 players around him and come away with the ball. There's Bergval, plays the ball out wide to Ben Davies. When did I say those words? What are we doing here? There's Papa Sarr. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Sorry, when did I say Spurs were crap? Anyone else hear me say that in this chat? I said Spurs weren't playing well. What are we talking about? That's very generous. That's very generous. Papa Sarr overshot straight at the goalkeeper, straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. So here comes Ferencvaros. No, Phil. Sorry, Ben Davies is a senior pro. Sorry, you can't use Ben Davies as disjointed, I'm afraid. No. And that's right, Jay Diller. I never said Spurs were crap. People hear what they want to hear. Here's Bergval. Plays it into the path of Mikey Gray. Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore beats his man, nips it in, and their defender panics for no reason at all and puts it out for a corner. I tell you what, Mikey Moore is my type of player. A winger that goes at his man and can dink in across. That's all I like. That's what I like to see. He's done very well in this game today. Haven't really seen a lot of Bergval or Lancashire, but Mikey Moore is definitely impressed. He's definitely impressed. So, corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. If I ever go quiet, it means nothing's happening, by the way. Corner kick, whipped in by Bergval and cleared by the centre-half. Here's Timo Werner. Plays it into Basuma. Spurs starting to settle on the ball a lot more now. And just as I say that, Papa Sarr is robbed in midfield. Ferencvaros have an attack and were sloppy. They were very sloppy with it. Phil, I'm not hearing it as an excuse. Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. You can't have a senior pro, right? We can't have a senior pro like Ben Davies, 40 million for Archie Gray, and then start making excuses. Not having it, mate. Sorry. Here's Mikey Moore running at them again. Mikey Moore running, and he's done one too many touches this time and gives the ball away. But Mikey Moore is definitely the most impressive Spurs player out on that pitch, without a shadow of a doubt. There's the ball played down the line. Archie Gray stretches, wins the header, and it falls to the feet of Bergval. Need to see a bit more from Bergval for me. He plays the ball this time to Mikey Moore. Lovely slip ball to Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, I thought he could have played that in earlier. He's gone back to Moore. And the move has kind of broken down a little bit there. So here's Pedro Porro. Yeah, Spurs had a chance to attack there, but we calmed it down. We slowed it down. Yes, so unfortunately, people hear what they want to hear. You watch. If Spurs win, it'll be, oh, Savva wanted to lose. It'll be, oh, it's mad. So here's Timo Werner. Plays it into Sarr. He lays it off, and that was not good at all from Sarr and Werner there. And a free kick given away by Bergval in midfield there. Bergval, for me, needs to do a bit more. Bergval needs to do a bit more here to take his opportunity. Was it a foul? I mean, it was soft. It was soft. Here's Ferencvaros. They've taken on Spurs. The left back, a crossing again and cleared this time by Ben Davies. They're dangerous down this left-hand side. That should be our strongest side. There's another cross from Ferencvaros, this time cleared by Romero. It's gone back out to their midfielder, who's given it away with a dreadful pass. And Werner wants a free kick. He's not going to get it. Very sloppy. Lots of sloppy passing from both teams here. Lots of sloppy passing. And now Ferencvaros has got the ball in midfield. They've played it out towards the right back. He goes all the way back to the centre half. I mean, Joe, is it? Is it? Not from what I'm watching, it's not working. Sorry, mate. I don't think it's working at all. I think we've looked at 6s and 7s at the back. As another cross comes all the way over, I think we look really bad at the back. Hey, so far we've got away with it, but I don't think we're talking about an offside trap working. Here's Ferencvaros again, this time on the right-hand side. The number 3 whips in a low cross, and that one's nice and easy into Vicario's arms. Jay Dillard, there absolutely is. Unfortunately, the trolls on the internet don't have that ability. They hear me saying, we've not played well so far, to Savva says we're crap. Whoa. 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 So here's Basuma. Just inside our own half. Gives it to Bergvall. He gives it back to Basuma. He plays the ball out wide to Archie Gray, who's now in the left-back area. B. Brown, what does sixes and sevens means? I mean, it's a very well-known saying in football, right? The defence is all at sixes and sevens. It means that they're all over the place and not very organised. Mikey Moore plays the ball down the line. This one is put out for a throw-in by the deflection off of Sivic, I think, the Ferencvaros midfielder. So Bergvall plays the ball to Archie Gray. He goes as far wide to Papasar. Papasar out to Timo Werner. Needs to do a lot more for me as the senior player out there, Timo Werner. Spurs just not really going there with the ball. A lot of the ball in the midfield at the moment. But this time we do go out to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore plays a nice ball into Bergvall. He goes back to Porro. Porro jinks past one, has a shot. It's come off the defender and it's a corner. I thought so. The ref, you know, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the shot there from Porro came off the number 99 and went out for a corner kick. So it's a corner kick to Tottenham on the right-hand side. It's taken short. The ball's whipped in by Porro in the end, headed back, and it didn't quite fall. It looked like it might fall for... Hang on, what's going on here? And it's 2-1, is it? No, it was going to be 2-0 and it's in the post. It's hit the post. I thought it was in. Ferencvaros are their own worst enemy. They're trying to pass it out the back instead of clearing it. And they didn't get the ball clear. The initial ball came in. It didn't quite fall for Ben Davies. They cleared it, then gave it away. Porro went down very theatrically. Then his left-footed curling shot hit the base of the post, come out. Tell you what, it's never dull, is it, watching Tottenham Hotspur games? It's never dull. But it's still Tottenham 0, Ferencvaros 1 away in Hungary. Was it a penalty? Not for me. I think he made a massive meal of that. You saw how quickly he got up. The referee's not having... Oh, hang on, there's a potential penalty check. I don't know. I don't even know the rules anymore, mate. For me, I feel like we're checking everything, aren't we? I think it's ruining football. I reckon this could be given penalty check. So penalty check, but the corner's been taken. I think the penalty check is over. I don't think it was a penalty for me. I think that would have been very, very soft. I remember when men used to play football. Now it's always a check for something. Hey, we're in here. The keeper's come out. It's an absolute pinball machine in their box. Our players are going for it. They're going for it. The keeper's missed it. Our players have missed it. Oh, you've got to laugh. The ball went up in the air. Romero's gone off balance. The keeper's come out to stop Will Lancashire having a shot. I think Pedro Porro, for me, he's gone down a little bit too easy there. I think that's why he didn't get it. It's very funny. I'll give you that. It's very funny. Good old Europa League. We didn't have this last season. Ferencvaros give the ball away again, but win it back and give it away again. Oh, dearie me. The ball's flicked in, but Ferencvaros clear it. Papasar's won it back. I'll tell you what, neither team can hold on to the ball for more than 3 or 4 passes. Oh, dearie me, this is funny. I think that's the only way I can describe it. It's complete chaos. It's complete chaos. Let me have some water. So it's a Tottenham throw on the right-hand side. This has been very funny. Basuma plays it into Bergvall, back to Porro. Spurs are starting to put their foot on the ball as the half's gone on and control it. And we stemmed the flow a little bit. Porro back to Romero. Back to Porro. He goes all the way back to Vicario. Vicario goes out to Gray. Gray's got a man closing him down. Did well. Got the ball to Basuma. He shifted out to Ben Davies. Ben Davies plays a ball over the top. And it's going to go all the way through to the Ferencvaros goalkeeper. Good idea from Ben Davies. Not quite right on the execution. There's some bloke in the crowd with binoculars. I don't think there's that many people there, are there? There's the goalkeeper plays the ball down the line. Romero wins the ball. They're asking for a free kick. Romero's having none of it. So is the ref. So Spurs can come away with the ball. Here's Pedro Porro. I'm looking forward to seeing their goal again. I couldn't see where the offside was. But I'm somebody now in 2024 who is so confused as to what the rules of football are. We've made football a very, very difficult game. Here's Pedro Porro. Plays not one of his best balls, should we say. Tried to play a ball to the outside. Morgan, for me, yeah, absolutely. For me, he's a proper winger. He beats his man. Yeah, listen, every time I've watched Bergvall play, again, he's another one where I think he gets a lot of praise and I don't really see him do a lot. But listen, he's still a young kid. There's a very good ball down the line. The number 11 plays it straight in and they've had the shot. It's an awful shot in the end. They had some, they had some really good build-up play there. The ball played down the line into Soldana. Let's check if he was onside. Soldana was onside. It was a very good ball down the line. He whipped it in, and Traore just kind of it was like he couldn't be bothered, and the ball just skewed wide for a goal kick. But Ferencvaros now have a throw-in deep in the left-hand side of the Spurs half. Vindaloo, do me a favour. Listen, just relax. You're being really silly. I don't want to block people. Fans from all clubs are welcome, but you're now starting to troll everybody. Can you just relax a little bit? Here's Ferencvaros. Lovely tackle by Ben Davies there. Really good tackle. Archie Gray now with the ball. Plays a ball over the top. Too much on that. And the Ferencvaros keeper comes out and puts it out for a throw-in. And yes, it is, Dan. But that's what I mean. People watch it and go, we played that line brilliantly. I don't think we have. I think we've been breached time and time again. At the moment, they've not been good enough to get it through us. But it's a worry. Every time the ball goes down that channel, it's a worry. Here's Bergvall. No, the Ferencvaros defender gets there first. And Anderlecht are winning in Real Sociedad. Bloody hell, Real. So, yeah, the acca's gone at the moment because Real Sociedad, who were winning at home 1-0, are now losing at home 2-1 to Anderlecht. And whenever I put Anderlecht in an acca, they never, ever do anything. But today, they're deciding to be winning 2-1 away at Sociedad. Let's give you some score updates. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you all the score updates at half time. So here come Ferencvaros again. They're giving it away again. Spurs, a great ball out wide there. Timo Werner loses the ball, but Ben Davies mops up. Ben Davies loses the ball. It is poor, isn't it, from some of these players. One back by Papa Sarr brilliantly there. And no, he's not given a free kick there either. This is brilliant. This is, honestly, this is not the greatest game of football you'll ever see. Spurs now give the ball away again. Ferencvaros give the ball away again. This is funny. This is quite funny. If someone told me this was a League One game, I think I'd believe you. Here's Romero. Looks like Spurs are going to kick it out. Spurs have kicked it out. Archie Gray kicks it out as Papa Sarr is down injured. Papa Sarr is down injured. Let me use this time to give you some updates. So in the Europa League, Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 1. Hoffenheim 1, Dynamo Kiev 0. Lazio 2, Nice 0. Maccabi Tel Aviv 0, Michelin 1. Olympiacos 0, Braga 0. Karabag 1, Malmo 1. Real Sociedad 1, Anderlecht 2. RFS 1, Galatasaray 2. Slavia Prague 0, Ajax 1. In the Conference League, it is Bruges 2, St. Gallen 0. Dynamo Minsk 1, Hearts 1. And I'll come back to that at half time. The Spurs game is back underway. And Ferencvaros are on the attack. And again, look how easy they've got him behind us. And there's the ball. It's a cross and into Vicario's arms that time. Tell you what, though, that they're getting in behind the channels time and time again. I just don't think they've got the quality. Yeah, I do think that against those teams, you're going to have to go a lot stronger, right? I think Ange will know that as well. I think you're going to have to go a lot stronger against those teams. It's okay. When you play Karabag, when you play these teams, that's fine. When you play the teams with better forwards, you're going to get undone. And Ferencvaros will feel a bit hard done by here not to be at least drawing the game. They've had some opportunities and what I think was a harsh goal disallowed. But Tottenham won, Ferencvaros 0. If we can come away with 3 points, that's all that matters tonight. Pedro Porro plays the ball out wide to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore goes in onto his left, plays it back into Porro. Porro goes past his man, does he? No, he doesn't. You're not going to get away with that. Pedro Porro's giving this guy absolute daggers. He tried to go past him. And as he did, the number 15 just kind of like rugby tackled him. I mean, he is a drama queen. I mean, it wasn't that painful, was it? He's gone down like he's been shot. It was a foul. It really was a foul. Yeah, it has been poor. We're winning. That's all I can say. We're winning. I think we've started to put our foot on the ball a little bit better. For me, a lot of sloppy passing and far too easy to get down the sides. But at the moment, Ferencvaros don't have an answer for how to score goals. But I think this is how I would absolutely... This game is seriously lagging quality. I completely agree with you. That's one way of looking at it, Ben. That's one way. So... nearly half-time. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 1. A free kick for Tottenham. About 30 yards out to the right-hand side. It's dinked to the back post. It's come off the Spurs player, did it? The Spurs players are not happy. The refs doesn't care. And it's a goal kick to Ferencvaros. Listen, we'll take this at half-time. I don't think this is definitely not a game I'm going to watch back again. Sometimes I watch the games back again. Not this one. Pedro Porro into Basuma. Basuma driving forward, gives it to Porro. We're still going. That's a good move. Here's Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore plays it across, and the defender from behind sort of scorpion kicked it out for a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Mikey Moore wants to take it quickly, but has thought differently. I'd love to be a commentator. I think it'd be a great job, don't you? Going up and down the country. Free game of football to watch. I think it'd be amazing. I might have a change of vocation. So here's Pedro Porro, corner kick from the right-hand side. So it's going to be an out swinger. Pedro Porro swings it. It's outwards, cleared by the Ferencvaros defender. There's a shot drilled in from about 30 yards. Looked like that was Archie Gray, maybe. If they show that again. TNT have been rubbish with replays here, but it just fizzed into the hands of the keeper. And now Ferencvaros can go at Spurs again. There's a great ball down the line. Is it? No, that's too short. And now Spurs give the ball away. This has been a really poor game of football. Just get the 1-0 win and leave. This has been really poor from both sides. Ferencvaros with the long goal kick. Pedro Porro was asleep absolutely asleep there. Archie Gray plays it back to the keeper, who plays it back to Archie Gray. That's better from Archie Gray because Porro was asleep from a defensive standpoint. And Pedro Porro brings the ball out, goes back towards Christian Romero. I just think we've overpassed in areas. You know, when you just need to do the simple ball, but we keep giving it away. Here's Papa Sarr. He goes back. There's a minute left. There's a minute left of stoppage time. 2 minutes in total. It's not been a collector's item, this game, but at the moment, we're winning 1-0. That is all that matters. I think I'm quite comfortable sticking with my 2-1 score prediction at this stage. To Tottenham, by the way, before anyone says it. Here's Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr plays it into Werner. Back to Sarr. That's better. Sarr is now driving through, but he's cut back and gone out wide left. Here's Timo Werner. Plays the ball all the way over the top of his right foot. Gives the ball away. Timo Werner is... I mean, I'd rather get on a young player for him, if I'm brutally honest. And now Ferencvaros look like they're going to counter-attack again. There's the ball over the top. This time it had way too much pace on it, and it's gone through to the keeper. That will be it. The half-time whistle will go now, I think. The ref has blown his whistle for half-time, and it is Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Not a collector's item in any way, shape or form. But Tottenham Hotspur are winning. And surely that's all that matters. As everybody knows, 5 words. Everybody knows 5 words. So people are saying that left side is non-effective. It's a very weak left side, isn't it? And I think they're getting in behind it a lot as well. To be fair, they're getting in down the right as well. But Mikey Moore, for me, is the standout Spurs player. Anybody disagree with that? I just think he's been head and shoulders above everyone else. I think Papa Sarr, aside from the goal, I think has been the midfielder that's looked to get on the ball the most and make things happen. The back four looks very disjointed. It looks like no one's really talking to each other back there. A lot of lapse in concentration. And then in the forward line, I think it's been difficult. We've not really got Lancashire into the game. So really difficult to, to talk about Lancashire's first full start in a Spurs team. But Mikey Moore has had a lot of that ball on the right-hand side. Whenever he gets it, he looks equally comfortable going on the outside as he does coming in on the inside. So for me, Mikey Moore has definitely been the standout player from a Spurs perspective. I think the number 99 for Ferencvaros has had a good game. He's looked to play some early passes. But in terms of quality in the game, I think both teams are seriously lacking. And I don't think this is going to be a great game for the neutral. But if Tottenham can get the 3 points, get 6 points on the board overall, that is going to be the main thing today. Let me know 5 words. Also, let me know, do you foresee any Spurs substitutions at half-time? What do you expect to happen? Oh, hang on. No, hang on. What's going on there? Stop. Sarr looks so slow on the ball, getting caught several times. To be honest, I think they all look really slow on the ball. Swanex has said Moore is ready to take Werner's place against Brighton. Moore deserves more game time. Yeah, lots of praise for Mikey Moore. For me, been a standout player. George just said Porro has been our best player. In my opinion, I don't get why people are acting like Moore has done loads. I thought he's been really bright. I think when he's got it, I think he's taken on his man. He's drawn loads of fouls. He's got whipped in some really dangerous balls. I think Mikey Moore's been really good. Pedro Porro defensively, I think has been shocking. Going forward, okay, but defensive. Does anyone agree with me here? I mean, Pedro Porro, for me, has been really defensively bad here. The ball in behind is catching us out, but I don't think they've got the quality to capitalise. Going forward for us, it's been bitty, but Mikey Moore, for me, has been the shining light. As I said, Lancashire, it's really tough. I don't really feel. I mean, when you say he's impressed, I haven't noticed him in the game. Not his fault. I just don't think we've really done a lot into him. Mikey Moore looks really, really good. I would start him. I think he's got that ability on the ball. And when people say to me, oh, I'm harsh on Brennan Johnson, Mikey Moore, when he gets the ball at his feet, that's what I like in a footballer. Just me personally, I love it when he gets the ball. His first thought is, can I go on the outside? Can I come on the inside? Can I whip a ball in? Can I play a 1-2 and link up with someone in the middle? That's my type of footballer. And I think he's covered himself in glory. Big up, Jacob, in the chat. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Yeah, Mikey Moore having a really, really good first half. I think it's been a more difficult half for Bergvall. Gray, I think he's done some nice things, but gets caught out way too easily at the back, as have all the back four. He doesn't look like a centre-half to me in any way, shape or form. That's just my opinion. Bader has said Moore is not good. I'm not sure what you're watching. Vicky said, I disagree. Okay. It's a good game for the neutral. Score could end up being anything, but the quality of football is poor. Fair enough. Fair enough. Where are we? I can't get over that. That's got to be Moore. He's not good. I thought he's done really well. Moore deserves game time against Brighton. Mikey needs to be on the left. Interesting. Raiden says we've played well. I don't think we've played well. I don't think either team have played well, by the way. I think this has been a real meh game of football. I don't think there's been too many moments of quality from either team. I'm looking forward to seeing this. BT didn't show the replay. I couldn't see what was wrong with it, but then they didn't show the replay. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that again. I completely agree, Quinny. I completely agree. When people say to me that Bergvall should start above Maddison, it blows my mind. I don't think Bergvall is that type of player, for one. And for me, I think he's got to do a lot more when he gets on the ball. I think he's got to be bolder. I think he's got to be braver. But for me, look, all that matters, let's be honest, all that matters is we're 1-0. But it's not been... it's not a collector's item, is it? It's not a collector's item. Get the 3 points. Get out of there. Get back to Brighton on Sunday. Savva, none of our strikers look good. I think it's because of Andy's system. The striker does so much work off the ball. I think there's a lot to be said for that. I do think there is. I don't think this formation plays into a striker having a starring role, if you will. By the way, I'm not saying Lancashire's been bad. I just haven't seen enough of him on the ball to really get a sense of what he's like, you know. Psycho teacher has said, this match is not good. One trophy in 24 years, said I'm bedridden and I'm better than Werner. Again, Werner taking a lot of slack. Just watching the goal again here. Mikey Moore played a ball over the top, deflected off the defender, and then it was a lot of pinball, and it just fell nicely at Sar's feet. Here we go. Deflected off the player. Lancashire couldn't get it. The defender couldn't clear it. Bergvall couldn't get it. The defender couldn't get it, and it just sort of fell lovely. Fell really nicely into Papa Sar's path, and 1-0. Let's see if they're going to show the disallowed goal. I'd like to see. I just didn't see what it was. I might be wrong here. I just couldn't see what was wrong with it. Foxy said, thankfully, I stayed away from Sociedad today. I didn't. Right, so let's have a look at this goal, shall we? So the ball goes out wide. Okay. The cross comes in. I mean, on first goes, I can't see what's wrong with it. So it must be that he's just in front of Romero. I think football's got a bit mad. Oh, look at that. Have you seen they've drawn the line on it? It's gone absolutely mad. It's absolutely mad. It's now about whose arm is in front. It's gone absolutely mad. For me, I get why they're pissed off. I'd be really pissed off if that went against me as a fan. But listen, VAR is VAR, and we all have to live with it, right? Rodrigo said, bring off Werner. for Brennan, so Mikey Moore plays left wing. Vicky has said Moore is your best winger by far. Vicky, I agree. He's my type of winger. He's my type of winger. He wants to beat men. I love that. I don't like those wingers that just cut inside and pass 5 yards. Where are we? Sorry. Barger wasn't offside. Let's have a look. Kudos is in here. I said Bergvall looks silky, but the output's not there. Yeah, I think at the moment what I'm seeing, I think it's a lot of fart and no shit, if that makes sense. For me, every time Bergvall's come on, I feel like he's either playing within himself, yeah, or he's just not ready. I don't know, but for me, you've got given the chance. You're not going to get many chances to start Premier League games. For me, he should be wanting the ball more and dictating, telling people where to go. For me, as I said, when people say he should start above James Maddison, I just can't understand that theory at all for me. I can't understand it. Quinny said, hopefully Lancashire and Moore stay on the full game. I agree. I don't think either of them should be taken off yet. West Coast Spurs has said a striker in this system has to be opportunistic. Completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Stats killer. Sarr is generational. Yeah. Jimmy has said he's offside. Yeah, I've seen it back. Listen, the rules are madness. I think the rules are madness. But listen, it is what it is. The goal was because of Moore. Yeah, it was his ball over the top. But, you know, in Savva's words, this game is no good in any shape or form. I just think it's been a really meh game. As I've said, I'll caveat that by, if you get the win, it doesn't matter. Get the second goal, kill the game. I mean, does anyone see them scoring 2? That's my point. If we can get one more, I can't see them scoring 2. Alwyn, how are 2 players offside? The ball only went to one of them. Timo is still young. We laugh. I agree. People keep saying to me he's a playmaker. I don't think he is. I think he's a deep lying footballer, a deep lying player. But for me, he's the one for me. Him. Look, it's difficult, right? I don't think Lancashire's had a lot of the ball. Mikey Moore's had a lot of it, and I thought has looked really good. Bergvall, in and out. Gray is part of a back 4, which looks really all over the place. It's very difficult. Very difficult. No, not in a million years. Surely not. Surely we can't be giving offsides for that. The player was nowhere near him. Surely we can't be giving that. It was offside because they drew the line and the bloke who headed it in was offside. Mafusa said Moore's been the best player for us. Completely agree. Taking players on and trying to create, agree. He's a better technical footballer than Johnson and Werner. I agree. I can't disagree with any of that. Absolutely. I've been very, very impressed. Gray has been hung out a bit to dry a bit playing at fullback. He's playing at centre half. Listen, at some point, we're going to have to see this kid playing central midfield, right? Because I don't think he's a defender in any way. I don't think he's a right back or a centre back. So I want to judge him when I see him playing in midfield. Where are we? Sarr is the next Patrick Vieira, apparently. Oh, we do laugh, don't we? We do laugh. Is there going to be someone at my front door? Yeah, there's someone at my front door. Never mind. Vicky said, Graham Bergvall needs to go out on loan. For me, I would have had 2 senior pros in and had them 2 out on loan, playing 90 minutes week in, week out. Said that a number of times. But yeah, absolutely agree with you there. Lancashire has looked good early on. He'll get tired, must be filled with adrenaline. Not much has gone into him. Yeah, I think that's the difficult in this style of football. We spend a lot of time passing the ball in midfield, out wide, back in the middle. That the striker doesn't tend to be the focal point, as opposed to teams we've had before where Kane, for example, was a focal point, right? Or Berbatov was a focal point. God, Berbatov, what a footballer he was. By the way, guys, girls, please smash that like button. Be generous. We've been going now for nearly 2.5 hours. Please keep subscribing as well. We're now only 178 subscribers away from giving away 2 tickets to Tottenham versus Ipswich and a free Spurs shirt. And we should be on 400 likes and we're only on 328. So please smash that button. Are people watching the game? Keep going about great right back. I don't know. A few people have said he's played right back and he's not. Is he? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm always wary about putting players in the bracket of someone else. But yeah, I mean, if he turns out to be half the player Frankie de Jong is, then great. Because, Frankie de Jong's a top footballer. What a good midfielder Frankie de Jong is. Where are we? Phil Coy said, I think Gray is good on the ball at the back, but his positioning is questionable. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying he's good on the ball. I just feel like the whole back four's had a bit of a mare, if we're going to be honest. I think the whole back four has been out of position. They're getting in behind Porro and Davis for fun. Gray and Romero being dragged all over the shop. But hey, do you know what, Phil? We haven't conceded, right? And that's the takeaway. We have not conceded. Sorry, I'm trying to get to as many comments as possible. And my Aka at the moment looks like it's going to die a death because of Real Sociedad at home losing 2-1 to Anderlecht. The teams are coming back out onto the pitch. Hang on, I'm just going to check this. Hang on. Ignore the one. As always, ignore the 45 minutes 01. So the teams are back out onto the pitch. Big up Terry Esposito. The teams are back out on the pitch. Lots of people not happy with the kit as well. It's an interesting kit, isn't it? So it looks like Tottenham have gone into a huddle again. Surely a huddle was done in the changing room. Why do you need to come out on the pitch and do another one? Hey ho, it is what it is. We'll be getting underway soon. Hang on, who was at my front door? And why have I not? That can't be my front door right now, can it? I don't know what's going on here. Looks like we're about to kick off. Will Lankshire's going to get the game underway, and we're off. Tottenham Hotspur winning 1-0 in Hungary. Take this scoreline and get back to England. But here's Tottenham on the attack from the start. The ball's played in, given away, and won back. The first half started exactly like the second half. People cannot pass a football for love nor money. Here's Pedro Porro. Out wide to Mikey Moore. No, who was complaining? What are you listening to? Who complained? Grow up or you'll just be blocked. Absolute dickhead, whoever that is. Sorry, people. All I was saying was I don't understand why when they've just had a half time. Anyway, Tottenham come forward, cleared by Ferencvaros, given away by Ferencvaros. Yeah, and it's a throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Ferencvaros keep giving the ball away. We keep giving the ball away. As I said, not a collector's item. This time the ball's played into Bergvall. Bergvall is dispossessed straight away. He's good. Bergvall wins it back, but kind of wins it back. And here's Archie Gray. Archie Gray's dribbling down the left-hand side. He's gone past a couple of players. That's better from Archie Gray. Keep going. And then Archie Gray just runs into a brick wall. He did well until he didn't, Archie Gray there. And here's Ferencvaros trying to play it out. And they give it away and they get a throw in. Tell you what, the number of people giving the ball away in that sequence, Gray, a Bergvall, and the Ferencvaros player all giving it away in the space of 10 seconds. Here's the Ferencvaros player, and he's barged off the ball by Romero Fair. And that's better defending from Christian Romero. Romero goes over to Pedro Porro. And it's a throw into Tottenham on the right-hand side. Just nothing's really happening at the moment, but just so you know, if I go quiet. So throw in from Pedro Porro on the right-hand side, inside our half. Plays a short ball into Moore. Moore then loses the ball. He's dispossessed in a dangerous place. Ferencvaros now on the attack. They've had a shot wide and a good save from Vicario, just wide. I tell you what, the number of times, you watch at the end of this game, people will go, oh, so-and-so is brilliant. The number of times we are giving this ball away as a football team, it's crazy. And it was Soldana. His shot was going in the bottom corner. It's a fantastic save. That's a fantastic save there by Vicario. He would have seen that a little bit late, and he tipped it around the post. A really, really good save. And there's the ball whipped in. It's all gone a bit foggy all of a sudden. I can't really see. The ball's dinked back in. It's bounced around, and Spurs finally clear it. Sorry, it's gone really foggy. God, it's gone. Is that fog? Is that smoke? I can't see. I genuinely cannot see what's happening. There is so much smoke or fog. Yeah, I hear this all the time, but no, sorry, we can. We can be absolutely critical. They train with each other every day. This is the team the managers put out. We can be. Yes, it's a game of football, typically on a trash pitch. Why is the pitch trash? In heavy rain. They're pro footballers. Just because it's raining doesn't mean you stop being able to pass the ball. What are we doing here? There is smoke everywhere. What is going on? Are they flares? Is it fog? What is going on here? It could only be in a Spurs game. It can only be in a Spurs game. I think as the ref kind of paused it, waiting for this to move. They're showing the Spurs goal again. The disallowed goal. Who is it who said to me the goal's disallowed because the player was coming in on goal? Who made that up? Oh, my gosh. Great save from Vicario, though. Got to give it to him. That was a fantastic save. It was creeping in the bottom corner. They're just showing the Sarr goal again. He's not going to get an easier goal than that. So it looks like it's subsided a little bit. Timo Werner goes back to Ben Davies. So have Ben Davies and Archie Gray swapped places? I think they might have, you know. Looks like Gray's more out on this left-hand side. Good bit of play there from Ferencvaros. That's better from them. They've got the ball in midfield. There's still a lot of fog. There's loads of fog in the Tottenham half. There's the ball played down the line. And they're asking for a free kick. They're not going to get it, but they've still got the ball. The ball is fizzed across goal, but it looks like that went out. And it's really difficult to see. So sorry, guys. You know, it's really difficult to see. I'll tell you what, that wasn't a good tackle, to be fair, from Romero. But he got away with it. I don't know if the ref couldn't see it. It wasn't the best tackle at all. Here's Tottenham going down the right-hand side. Sorry, I'm trying to see. We've given that away. Again, just ran straight into the player. They've given it away. Tell you what, it's really poor standard, this game. It's a really poor standard. Bader, can you just calm down in the chat, please? Just calm down. Here's Tottenham. Looks like the smoke's just starting to fade away a little bit. Bergvall into Basuma, back to Gray. Gray goes back into... Yeah, so it looks like Gray's come more towards this inverted left side type role. And there's another ball given away by Basuma. I'll tell you what, the number of misplaced passes, and then they've misplaced it. What is going on here? And then we've given it away. Tell you what, this is definitely not a game for the purists, shall we say. It's okay that the fog's okay at their end. And the ball played out wide to Pedro Porro. I mean, when we're saying the Spurs B team, I mean, Vicario, Pedro Porro, Bentancur, Sarr, Basuma. There's a half the team is first team players. Ben Davies is a senior pro. Hey, it is what it is. Looks like the smoke has kind of faded away by this stage. And Davies has gone into centre back. There's a ball whipped in by Spurs. It's flicked up and it's tipped over the bar. Sorry, the ball came in. I thought it was going to be a harmless header into the keeper's arms, but he tipped it over the bar. It looked a bit harmless. Let's have a look. Yeah, Romero kind of missed it. It kind of hit the defender's back and flicked over. But Spurs have a corner. We've played it short. Here's Bergvall into Moore. Just want to see someone do something of real quality. Mikey Moore goes past one, goes past two, and he's overcooked that one, Mikey Moore. He wasn't able to get on the end of his own dribble. We just need somebody to do something for a moment of quality in this game. Because it's definitely not happening on the pitch at the moment. Bergvall, again, his touch wasn't great. He's overrun it. I think he's struggled today, Bergvall. Clearly, there's talent there, but I think he's really struggled, with his passing. I feel like this is a narrative that already is being created by football fans. Nwaneri versus Mikey Moore. This is Mikey Moore's first senior start. And David, what do you mean whinging? I'm just saying what's going on. And you're going to get blocked. You keep saying stupid things. You're going to get blocked. Right? I'm not whinging non-stop. I'm telling you what's happening. It's not a good game. I'm trying my best to commentate, and dickheads like you keep coming in here saying shit. So just go away. We don't need you here. Ben, do me a favour. If he makes another moron comment like that, just get rid of him. Another moronic comment. He keeps doing this bloke. I've seen him for the last few streams keep doing this. What he wants me to do is be fluffy. Go and watch a channel that's fluffy. Yeah, go and watch a channel that don't read out your comments. Yeah, but say nice things. I critique when I critique. I praise when I praise. All right? I'm not going to change because of some idiot like you. Sorry. If anyone thinks this is a really good game of football, that's fine. It's just not. Anyway, here's Ferencvaros. They've given the ball away again. Here's Archie Gray. He's got a man on him. Archie Gray's got out of that well, has he? He has. That's better from Archie Gray. Now into Bergvall, who's got a little bit of space. He plays it again. Bergvall with a poor pass. Yeah, Bergvall's struggling in there. I really think he's struggling. I just don't understand this obsession with this Nwaneri of Arsenal versus Moore. They're both 17-year-old kids who have played hardly any senior football in their careers. What are we doing? Yeah, I think he's not a centre-half, is he? Let's be honest, he's not a centre-half. But anyway, here is Ferencvaros. They've got some space on the right-hand side now with Traore. He's one-on-one with Archie Gray. He's going to run Archie Gray. He's beaten him far too easily. With the ball across, it's looped up in the air, and it's cleared well by Papa Sarr. I can't agree more with this. I cannot agree more. Let these players develop. Let these players develop. Too many people crowning them superb, because they do one thing or whatever. It's like, for all the hype this season, there's so much hype on Gray, on Bergvall. They look okay. But, there's a long way to go in their career path. There's a long way to go. So here's Ben Davies at the back. The game's kind of just... The game's kind of sort of filtered into nothing at the moment. We need a moment from somebody. We need somebody with a little bit of quality on the ball. Guys, please don't talk about other YouTube creators in my chat. Please. Please, please, please. We've lost the ball again here. And now they're through. Are they? No, that's a really poor ball from them. I don't know what to say about this game at the moment. I don't know what to say. This is one of the worst games of football I've seen for a very long time. And by the way, not just Spurs, from both sets of players. There's a cross from Lancashire deflected away from a corner. Is that Mummy? Is that Mummy? Go and see Mummy. Go on. Go and see Mummy. Sorry, I promise I'm talking to a dog. I'm not talking to a human being like that. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's been a very... I'd love the stats on how many times the ball's been given away in this game by both clubs. I know it's wet, but listen, these aren't the first two teams to play on a wet pitch before. There's the ball. It's in a bar. Is it? No, it's gone over by Lancashire. Let's see that again. Did that hit the bar? Let's see. The cross came in. Lancashire was falling. And it went over the bar. Sorry, I thought it hit the bar. It actually went over the bar and it hit the kind of post behind, which has got the rope holding it up. For me, I'd make a couple of subs. I think there's a couple of players that are massively struggling in this game. I think Bergvall definitely looks like one of them. Werner is definitely struggling. As I say that, Ferencvaros make 2 substitutions of their own. So still just coming up to the hour mark. It's Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 1. There's a ball over the top. The Spurs have got enough men back to cope with that. And the ball is played by Vicario to Ben Davies. Ben Davies gives it to Basuma. And Basuma, is he going to drive forward? He plays it out wide to Pedro Porro. And Pedro Porro plays it into Basuma, who's fouled. Pedro Porro was clearly fouled there. I mean, look, all the while the game's 1-0, you know it's possible, but I'm just hoping we can get a second and wrap this up nice and early. At the moment, we're severely lacking quality in this game. Severe lack of quality. The thing is, I don't think it's all the kids, by the way. I'm looking at people like Timo Werner. I'm looking at people like Basuma and Savva for me need to do more. So here's the ball. Ben Davies goes right the way across to Christian Romero. Romero now on the halfway line. He tries to play a ball through. That ball is easily cut out, but it's gone back to Romero. Honestly, no one can control the ball. Here's Bergvall. Bergvall just got inside the box, and he's given it away again. I think he's really struggling here. Listen, I know people saying the more minutes, the better. I don't think at this stage it's doing him any good being on. I think he's really struggling. Am I the only one who thinks that? Let me know in the chat. I really do think that he is struggling in this game. I'm not knocking him. I think you can see he's got talent, but this just isn't. He's given it away far too easily. There's a ball over the top by Ferencvaros. One in the air, but no one there to run onto. Here's Archie Gray. And Archie Gray's got the ball on the left-back area. He's got 2 players closing in on him. Brilliant play that was by Gray. I think Gray's been much better as a left-back than he has as a centre-half. I'll give him that. I think he's had a much better second half. And there's the ball through. Tottenham through on goal. The tackle. And they're asking for the... Lancashire's asking for the penalty. What's happening? The sound's off, so I can't hear it. But No, nothing given. Let's have a look at this. I mean, Archie Gray for me has done much better at left back, by the way. I'll give him that. I didn't think he was very good at centre half. That's not a penalty as well, by the way. For me, that's not a penalty. Mark, that's what I would do. I would have given Bergval and I would have let them play week in, week out. That's what I would have done. Anyway, here's Traore. Plays it in to his teammate. So now Ferencvaros are huffing and puffing, but I don't think they've got the quality. This hasn't been a game littered with quality. This will be one to forget for me. There's the ball over the top. Ben Davies is beaten in the air, and then the shot has kind of turned into a... And let's be fair, the shot was so bad that it stayed in for a... It's... The ball went over Ben Davies. The guy's had a shot, but it was more like a cross in the end. It didn't go out. It hit the corner flag. And then the Ferencvaros player got there first. Now, here they are. They're going to whip the ball in. No, they don't. That's a terrible pass, and Spurs can cut that out. And there's a great ball. Tottenham have a 2-on-2. Here's Mikey Moore driving forward. Mikey Moore with a great pass. Timo Werner's taking it so wide. Timo. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That was brilliant play by Mikey Moore. That was brilliant play by Mikey Moore. And terrible play by Timo Werner. It's just been a comedy of errors. Mikey Moore with an inch perfect pass. And Timo Werner. I can't even knock him anymore. I mean, it's just funny. At this stage, it's funny. Brennan Johnson and Kulusevski are coming on for Tottenham. And I think this has been well overdue. Let's have a look. Bergval's coming off. Yeah, I think he needed to. Bergval's come off for Kulusevski. And it looks like Brennan Johnson. Please don't take... Yeah, and Timo Werner's gone off. So it is the two we said. Werner and Bergval have gone off for Brennan Johnson and Kulusevski. Listen, the more Timo Werner plays, the more this signing looks like one of the worst signings in Spurs history. James Maddison is coming on as well. James Maddison's coming on. Please don't take Mikey Moore off. Please don't take Mikey Moore off. He's taken off Will Lancashire. So Will Lancashire's come off. Again, for me, not really seen a lot from Lancashire. I think he worked hard. He pressed. He tried his best. Bergval was a poor night for him. But he's coming off. Got some good first team minutes in his legs there. And James Maddison can come on. So it looks like probably Kulusevski as a false nine, maybe. Timo Werner, though. I mean, it's a. I've just seen a comment I agree with, and a free kick given away by Tottenham there. Where is it? Where did I see it? Hang on, Timo Werner is a living meme, and that's the funniest thing you said. So Ferencvaros, I just can't see them score. They look bereft of ideas. So the Ferencvaros goalkeeper's got it. He's played it into a really dangerous area. They do live very dangerously as well. And hopefully we can take advantage of that now. We've got some 3 more of the first team players on. So this is now closer to a first team that is playing tonight. There's the ball into Kulusevski. He's given it away. Everyone's got the giving it away vibe at the moment. I can't wait for this game to be finished. I don't know about you lot. This has been a tough watch. This has been a real tough watch for both teams, I should think. Alan, it's always why I'll doubt his talent ID. Signing Timo Werner twice. It beggars belief. Some might say it was a good clearance from Timo Werner there. So 23 minutes left of the 90. Definitely, Mark. I think he's definitely looked more comfortable at left back than centre half. Definitely. Here's Ferencvaros, swept the ball out. That's a really nice pass, actually. Out towards the left back. He's going to drive forward. He's cut inside. He's sold his player short. He's whipped it in. He's bounced off everybody, and no one seems to want to clear it. The ball's gone up in the air. Ferencvaros can bring it down now. And Archie Gray gets the tackle in on Adama Traore. And there's Archie Gray. He gives it away. I'll tell you what, they've all got the disease, haven't they? They've all got the give the ball away disease. Here's Adama Traore running through our team. He's laid it back. The ball's whipped in. And there's the header over the bar. The forward was never really in the right position. And he was leaning back. The goal was there. He was leaning back. And the ball floated high and over the bar. I'll be surprised if there's another goal in this game, if I'm honest. Both teams have been absolutely dreadful this half. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it's been a real shocker, this. Sorry, guys, if you think that's negative. This has been a 1-0 smash and grab. You know what? Eltel said it on my channel earlier. Get the 1-0, get the smash and grab, and go home. Kulusevski, he gives the ball away again. That's twice since he's come on. He's won it back, though. And he's given it away again. Kulu's had 3 touches and given it away every time, as far as I can see. And that is a superb tackle from Yves Bissouma. That is superb play from Bissouma. That is absolutely superb. He got the tackle in, then done a little shimmy, went past his man. Really good covering there from Yves Bissouma. Yeah, great tackle. Really good tackle. Superb tackle. Absolutely superb tackle. Really good from Bissouma there. So it's a throw in. Archie Gray plays it long. Here's Kulusevski, and he's passed it straight out. Kulu's just picked up where Bergvall left off. Like, he's just giving it away. Sid, it's been a game to forget. A game, not Spurs, both teams, just to forget. But, now Bissouma, after all that praise, has given it away in midfield. Now they're going forward. They're through on goal, are they? No, they can't control it. Wow, this is... I'm going to ask the question. Has anyone ever seen such a poor game of football? Here's Mikey Moore on the left. Plays it into James Maddison. It's a good tackle in the end. They've done really well there, Ferencvaros. And Ferencvaros now are going to try and counter. They've got the ball out wide right. Spurs have got bodies back. But here's Adama Traore, one-on-one with Archie Gray. Kulu's come back to help him. They've still got the ball, Ferencvaros. And the ball's being dinked in. And, well, great goalkeeping from Vicario. Came out big, strong, made it his, commanded his area. Harris said Bergvall is horrible. I think Bergvall's young. He just doesn't look ready. For me, he just doesn't look ready. I don't think he's horrible. I just don't think he looks ready. And again, this is the problem. When these youngsters are hyped up so much, we expect too much of them. For me, he looked like a young kid in every sense of the word. He looked nervous, sloppy. He needs time, right? He needs a lot more time. Here's Kulu down the wing. Gives it into Mikey Moore, who's come to this left. Mikey Moore takes on his man. The ball's come back, and that's unlucky between Mikey Moore and James Maddison. But now Ferencvaros can break. The game is wide open at the moment, with neither team showing any quality in the final third. Ferencvaros now have got the ball in midfield. That's a good ball out towards the left wing. Their left winger now is going to take on his man. Is he? No, he's dropped it back to the fullback. He's gone back inside to the midfielder. 1-0 is a very dangerous scoreline, isn't it? There's the ball dinked in, easily cleared with a header. Now Mikey Moore. Again, that's a loose ball into the air. Maddison grappling with their player. They've got the ball back, and they're now driving through midfield. There's a cross to the far post, and they're asking for a deflection. It went over the bar, and I think the goalkeeper's given, the ref's given a goal kick. The ball scooped up. They're asking for a... No, he didn't touch it. Max, I don't know. It's real slim pickings, isn't it? I'm going to have to go with more purely because he laid one on a plate, put on some great passes in the first half, beating his man a few times. I don't think he's had anyone to compete against for man of the match so far. Still 20-odd minutes to go. There's a good ball out wide to Brennan Johnson. He's got the ball. His first time cross hits the first bloke. And then he plays it back 5 yards. Here's Pedro Porro. Still Pedro Porro. Here's Brennan Johnson. He's laid it across. And there was no one there. It wasn't a bad ball by Brennan Johnson. He's laid it across the face of goal. No one was there at all. And the ball was put out by the defender for a corner kick to Tottenham. It's a great ball in theory from Brennan Johnson. Here's James Maddison. He was trying to weave through, but couldn't in the end. And it's out for a Tottenham throw-in. I'll be honest, I'm thoroughly looking forward to the end of this game. This has been a real tough watch, if you don't mind me saying so, people. I think this has been a real tough watch. Jaden saying today Moore has shown that he should be the first player to start if Son isn't available. Listen, I'd like to see him start again. I think he's had a good game. Difficult conditions, but a good game. James Maddison with a ball across to Brennan Johnson, who shot. I mean, it was off balance, wrong foot, and the defender blocked it easily. They're asking for a handball. I think Spurs are going to get it. Is it handball? Yeah, I think he's going to get it. I don't think it was intentional, but it was. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. Either his running movement or it's a free kick to Spurs. Listen, you know he will at some point. You know he will. You know he will. I have to judge Ange for playing Timo Werner. I have to. Whenever he plays him, I judge him. Here's a free kick to Tottenham on the right-hand side of the penalty area. About 5-6 yards outside the edge of the penalty area. I would, if Son's not fit, I would, yes. I would, yeah. I think he's fearless. I think he wants to run at people. I'm biased because that's my type of winger. That's what I like watching in a player for me. James Maddison's going to whip this in. No, he's not. He's played it short. And Kulu had the dig with his left foot and it hit the defender and flew wide for a corner kick. Tottenham just starting to have the last couple of minutes of the game. It's really helped, I think, bringing on Maddison, Kulusevski, etc. Brennan Johnson, the third one. It's going to be a corner kick from James Maddison. But again, Sheriff, not good to say to somebody who's clean. But thank you. There's the ball hooked away. Exactly, yeah. There's the ball hooked away. Out wide towards Mikey Moore. The defender gets his foot in and it's a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs have had the last 2-3 minutes now. I think Ferencvaros are really struggling quality-wise. They're bringing on number 25. I'll let you know who that is in a minute. The number 3 is coming off. I'll let you know who that is. I think they're bringing on 2 players. I'll let you know. Here's Archie Gray. Basuma. No, it's a throw-in. It's a throw-in to Tottenham. The game's petered out a little bit here. For a 10-minute spell in the second half, it was very wide open. At the moment, neither team really doing a lot. Spurs having more of the ball without really creating. Mikey Moore, superb. He's a very good young player, isn't he? He's a very good young player. Look, he's got a lot to learn, but a good turn there, and 2 players took him down. There's an early free kick given away, this time by James Maddison. They're all at it tonight. And here's Ferencvaros. They've got the ball in their back line. They're trying to play out, to be fair to them, but every team in the world tries to play out now. And they're still trying to play out, Ferencvaros. There's the ball over the top. Oh, and a very important touch by Bissouma, who then gives it away. And Ferencvaros are in here with an attack. The ball's clipped over from the right. It's gone all the way across. The guy's brought it down. It's on the edge of the box. Back out wide to the left winger. He whips it in, and it's an awful cross. And Spurs clear that easier. It's gone really scrappy, by the way. Like, the ball is just ping-balling about. It's ping-balling about. Now can Spurs bring it clear? Bissouma puts it out wide to Gray. Gray knocks it down the line. He gives it away. Ferencvaros have now got the ball. So now they're driving into the midfield. That's a good ball to the number 10. He's one-on-one with Archie Gray here. Can Archie Gray stand him up? He hasn't. He's cutting. He's had a dig. And a shot saved at the post by Vicario. It wasn't a dangerous shot. Don't be silly, Mark. It's okay. It's all good, man. What's my number one tip to beat addiction? Speak to those who have gone through it. Talk to those. Open up about it. Find something else to do. So it's a free kick to Tottenham. This game is fizzling out fast. This has not been enjoyable, but the 3 points will be. So hold on to the game, because if we don't win this game, it will be a really poor result and a really poor game. I can take the poor game as long as we get the good result. Big Pappy, absolutely. I've never seen 2 teams so bad on the ball. Here's Archie Gray. Plays in Brennan Johnson. This is where he likes to shoot from, and he's hit the bar. He's hit the bar. I thought it was flying high. Brennan Johnson, no backlift at all. And he just pinged up and off the bar. A good effort. If it'd been maybe an inch or 2 lower, Spurs are 2-0 up. There was no real backlift. He's unlucky there, Johnson. He's unlucky. He likes getting in that half space, doesn't he? Just off the right. Here's Ferencvaros. That's a great ball from them. The game is opening back up again. Here's the number 10. He's one-on-one with Gray. He's still got it. He's still got it. He's still got it. And now they're in. No. Oh, they are terrible. Thank God. We doubled up on the number 10, who somehow still came out with the ball. He played in, I believe this is one of the substitutes. The number 25, all he had to do was drill it across goal, and it's 1-1. And he just skewed it wide. The standard is awful. No wonder we're one of the favourites to win this tournament. The standard of football is shocking. Wyndham, oh yeah, it's been really bad, isn't it? Mighty Galatasaray 2-2 against the unknown RFS. Yes, lots of strange results. And here comes Dominic Solanke is coming on for Papa Sarr. So Dominic Solanke will go up top with Maddison or Kulu dropping into that midfield area. It's been funny. You've got to admit, people. It's been very funny to watch. This is one of them where you go, God, that was crap, but we got 3 points. Here's Brennan Johnson. He lays it into Maddison. Come on, Maddison, a bit of quality. Maddison is at a shot from about 30 yards that I believe the correct term is P-rolled. P-rolled into the keeper's arms. So James Maddison didn't help me out with my cry for some quality. Here's Ferencvaros. They're huffing and puffing. I just don't think they've got the quality. Then they've given it away again. Wow. And now we've given it away. Archie Gray's given it away again. Here's Ferencvaros. They're in behind Archie Gray here. He needs to get back. The number 10. He's dribbling. He's gone out wide. There's the cross from the number 19 and the header, the number 10, who's probably the smallest bloke on the pitch. The header straight at Vicario. This is hilarious. Honestly, this is hilarious. I mean, I've not enjoyed the watch-along, but I kind of have as well. Because you watch the number of people after this that will go, we were great today. This was a good game of football. Oh, dearie me. There's 7.5 minutes left. Here's Archie Gray. James Maddison, he's giving it away now, and Ferencvaros can attack again. Oh, my gosh. I don't know who's giving it away more, us or them. I really don't. Ferencvaros with a ball on the left-hand side. It's gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. That's a great ball. And the number 25, he's in again here. He's in again. This time he cuts back. He lays it back. The number 10 has a shot. He's hit the man. They've got another chance to shoot, and it's deflected wide. Ferencvaros are starting to have shots. The quality of those shots is iffy, but they're starting to have shots. And I'll tell you what, Ben, I think, Ben, you're right. That there's no game management at all. We're literally going forward, losing the ball, and our left-hand side with Davis and Gray has been poor all night. For me, Archie Gray, very good when he's got the ball going that way, but defensively, they've been taken apart. And I'm just glad these guys are really poor, because I don't think Ferencvaros deserve to lose this. But we'll take the win if we can get it. So a corner swung in by Ferencvaros. The keeper flaps at it. And now can we bring it away? No, we've given it away again. Mikey Moore this time. And it's just so scrappy. The ball now to Kulu. Kulu, have you got some? Can you show a bit of quality? Kulu on the left wing. He plays a ball down the line. That's a great ball. That's a quality pass into Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore was held up by the left back. Mikey Moore's got the ball again on the left-hand side. That was a wonderful ball by Kulu. That's been one of the best passes of the game, that was. To be honest, I think they've all looked really, really sloppy tonight, including the substitutes. Spurs now go back to Vicario. He goes inside in the midfield to... Was that Pedro Porro in central midfield? Here's Mikey Moore on the left side. That's a good ball to Solanke. Solanke with a poor ball across, but then they've given it away again. Here's Brennan Johnson, cuts in, has a dig, and Brennan Johnson scored for the 5th game running. It's that simple. That simple. Brennan Johnson finally showing everybody how to finish. And the score, BT have put it as 1-1. It's definitely not 1-1. It's 2-0 to Tottenham. Please end the game. Let's go. The ball came back to him at the second attempt, and he curled it with his left foot. It hit the post, and it just dribbled over the line. And thank God for that. The game can be put to bed. Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham 2. It wasn't good. It wasn't pretty. But Spurs have got all 3 points, and it's a nice curled finish from Brennan Johnson in the end. Ferencvaros have been their own worst enemies here. And Brennan Johnson took a touch, left foot, keeper was nowhere to be seen, hit the post, into the back of the net. Referee, please blow the whistle. 5-5 for Brennan Johnson. He's definitely in a hot goal-scoring streak, that is for sure. Good finish, yeah. When you look at it from behind the goal as well, the whip on the ball. And Ferencvaros 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. I thought it would be 2-1. I'll take the 2-0 all day. And that will be 6 points, 5 goals, none conceded as it stands. And a very unmemorable game can hopefully come to an end with Tottenham going home with 3 points, as Pedro Porro is not happy with something. Tristan, every time he scores, you've got to stop this. My channel My channel is not about this, Tristan. Right? Stop. Be a grown-up. Stop about haters this, haters that. It's funny. They all come in. Same idiot that comes in every time. Same idiots. Tristan, Beck's Gunner, they all do this. Every time, Wyndham. Every time we have a really good stream and then these idiots come in from nowhere that haven't been here all day. Anyway, Ferencvaros bringing the ball out the back. Oh, that's not like that. They're not. They dink the ball high. Spurs win the ball. Brennan Johnson plays it back into Porro to Basuma. Beck's Gunner. Yeah, you're boring though. You don't contribute anything to the stream. You don't contribute. You don't contribute anything to the stream. One more and you're gone. We want grown-ups here. We don't want idiots that just turn up when a player scores a goal. It's so boring now. It's so boring. Basuma tripped there and a free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. It's another free kick. Yeah, that time on Solanke. I mean, the guy had one nibble, two nibbles, three nibbles, and the ref saw enough and gives a free kick to Tottenham. Listen, it's not been pretty, but the scoreline is the only thing that Tottenham will care about. It's the only thing we should care about. Ben, for me as well, I think they ruin what those fans do for me is they ruin every time we win or score a goal. They come in here as though they're fans of another club. And it just feels weird. It's just weird for me. And it's what we talked about earlier, Ben. You know, it's like Spurs fans, the first thing they want to do is have a go at others. I've got no time for these idiots at all. Let's be grown-ups. So 89 minutes gone. Just see the game out now. Here's Archie Gray for throwing. He's given it away again. Tell you what, this has been a game for every single player on that pitch, giving it away. Mafu's this. This sentence couldn't say it better. I mean, Phil, that's a very positive take on what's been a really bad game, but okay. Okay. For tonight, I don't think it's been about tactics in one way, shape, or form. I'm just glad, again, they can't finish their dinner at all. There's a ball go across, and it's 2-1. It's 2-1. They've got one back in the last minute. Spurs cannot defend from out wide. This time it was on the right-hand side. It looks like my 2-1 is going to come in. My 2-1 prediction at the moment looks like it's going to come in. There's 5 minutes of injury time. Only Tottenham could do this. See the game out. Nothing silly. The ball went down the channel. Let's look at it again. There's no danger here. And then he takes Pedro Porro on, whips in the ball. They're all onside, and the forward, a good finish. And a really poor goal to concede. And the keeper, to be fair, Vicario had no chance. Phil, we're in the... I jinxed it. I said nothing silly now. For me, too many players giving the ball away in sloppy areas. Too many players. What's going on now? It's a goal. Come on, not everything needs to go to VAR, does it? We can all see it was onside. Come on, let's just get on with the game. Now, nothing silly. 4 minutes of injury time left. Nothing silly, surely now. And Ferencvaros have a goal. 2-1. I mean, look, many people said 2-1 before full time. I'll take it now. I'll take it the way we're playing. I'll take it now. And Tottenham are going to try and clear it. We've given it away again. We give it away so much. And it's just become a battle royal in the midfield now. There's the ball over the top. It's gone straight to their goalkeeper. We've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Surely even Spurs can see this out. As I said, not been a good game, but get the 3 points by hook or by crook. They give it away this time. Here's Solanke. Terrible footwork from Solanke there. Awful play from Solanke. And Archie Gray gets a tackle in and stops the counter-attack and then goes down injured. He's back to his feet. For me, I think, Ben, I think you're right. Somebody in this team at 2-0 should be saying, right, just nothing silly. There's 5 minutes to go. Stop giving the ball away. The ball's launched into the box. Vicario's dropped it. I'll tell you what, Vicario's dropped it there. Calamity from Vicario. And now Ferencvaros can come again. Surely not even Spurs can. There's a ball whipped in. It's gone over everyone. It hasn't gone out, has it? Yes, it has. It's gone out. I tell you what. This has not been vintage at all, has it? The cross came in. It was deflected high over everybody. And now Tottenham have 120 seconds. 120 seconds to see out what is a very valuable 3 points. Yeah. So the ball there, won by Solanke, but fell to nobody. Here's Brennan Johnson on the right-hand side. He plays it down the line to Kulu. Kulu's going to try and hold it up, but he's got 2 men for company. Brennan Johnson comes back towards Pedro Porro. Nothing silly, Spurs. Don't need to do anything silly. Like Basuma giving it away there. And luckily for us, they gave it away and the ball went out. I'll tell you what, we are so bad from the fullback areas. We've really got to rein that in. We've really got to rein that in. Matt, listen, these things happen, man. Matt, we'll talk after. All right? Here's Tottenham. We've got the ball, and it's a corner kick to Tottenham. There's 45 seconds. Even Spurs are going to see this out. But the Ferencvaros player is down injured. We're coming up to the last 30 seconds of the allocated injury time. I can't see anything in that. I'm not allowed to say anything. I think he's a good defender, no more, no less. I don't think he's this top centre-back everyone thinks he is. But that's just me. All I can say is we've got to be better against Brighton, and we will. It'll be a different team. But this has been a real... Look, I mean, I'm guessing their fans will be ruining the number of chances they've had. I don't know for sure. I'll have a look and see. One of my apps says that, I mean, they've had 12 attempts. We've had 17. Lazio have beaten Nice 4-1. It's a free kick to Tottenham. I don't know how much time is left to play. This could be the last moment of the game. So Tottenham are going to try and hold the ball in that area. And it's a goal kick to Ferencvaros. So I suppose it depends on how much time the ref plays on here. There's the ball knocked over. The Ferencvaros bloke wins it in the air. Then they win the second ball. Hacked away by Romero. Surely the ref, there's not going to be too much time added on here. And the ball is hooked high down the line by the Ferencvaros player. Maddison then clears it. It's now cleared by Mikey Moore. It's then missed by everybody. This has been a calamity from everyone, isn't it? And it's a free kick to Tottenham. That's got to be it now. There's got to be the full-time whistle now, ref. 96 minutes and 20 seconds have gone. Surely this has got written all over it. For me, I think we've got to do better when 2-0 up in a European game. I think we've got to see it out better than this. Here's Mikey Moore. He's running to the channels. And the ref has blown the whistle. Tottenham have got the win. It wasn't pretty. But Tottenham are on 6 points from 2 games. And that is what counts. I will show you the table in due course. But a very good finish from Brennan Johnson. A lucky goal from Papa Sarr. A disallowed goal for them. A very good goal for them. Some poor defending at times from us, some poor defending from them. But Tottenham, at the moment, currently sit in second place with a goal difference of 4. Lazio with a goal difference of 6. And Anderlecht also have 2 wins from 2. We'll show you that table a lot. Actually, I can show you that table now. Let's remove that. Let's go to full screen. Whoa! Well, that was fun, wasn't it, people? That was fun. An interesting game would be my perception of that. A very interesting game. And my takeaway from that is 3 points. I think complete devoid of quality, composure. This is both teams, by the way. This isn't Tottenham Hotspur. Complete devoid of composure, quality. But 3 points is 3 points. And this is what it means at the moment. A very, very long way to go. But as you see, this is a live league table. Lazio played 2-1-2. Tottenham played 2-1-2. Lazio just above us on goal difference. Anderlecht played 2-1-2. Listen, there's so many games to go. There's a long way to go. But you can see there a couple of teams that have won 1 and drawn 1 on 4 points. And then a lot of teams that have still only played 1 game that are playing later on today. But look at the size of that league table. Dynamo Kiev propping everybody up after conceding -5. So again, as always, 5 words. Listener says scruffy win, but we'll take it. Absolutely. Swanek said the results, the only thing that matters. Moore was the only bright spark on the night. Big up BJ for 5 in 5. Another good finish from Brennan Johnson. For me, I don't enjoy him as a winger, but he's making a habit of getting those goals from that right-hand side. Long may it continue. Fair play to him. 5 goals, a couple of very nice finishes in there as well. 5 words, sign of a good team. Dan Skylar said that his job done. Spurs Forever said, personally happy with the result. I knew it would be a poor game away from home. Bad pitch and rain with 4 teenagers. Pity didn't get that second goal earlier. Look, I agree with you. 3 points, we move on. 3 points. I agree with everybody that's saying it, by the way. You're going to get games like that. You're going to get scrappy, tough away games in Europe. We got over the line. That's what's got to count. Enigma 6 said, if we play like this against Galatasaray Rangers, we'll beat our high line. Look, I can't imagine we'll put out the same 11 against the better teams. I don't imagine we'll do that in Galatasaray. And the White Rooster says, and breathe, let's go home. Absolutely. Lancashire, I thought it was a difficult game for him. Bear with me 1 second. I thought it was a difficult game for him because we struggled to get him into the game. He worked hard. He made some good movement off the ball. But this wasn't really a game for a centre forward. But yeah, I couldn't say he'd done anything wrong. Bergvall struggled. I thought he really struggled tonight. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't see the top young talent everyone's talking about. I thought we saw a very, very nervous young player tonight, which is to be expected. He's 18 years of age. That was close. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot closer than it needed to. Alwyn, so youngster's got to run out 3 points away. Big game Sunday. Absolutely. Can't disagree with any of that. Paul was a painful win. I suppose, look, a win's a win. We take that, right? We take that. Look, we're not going to play well every game, but if you get the 3 points, that's all that matters, surely, at the end of the day, right? Robert said the type of game we used to lose or draw. Yeah, maybe. We say that a lot, but there's a lot of experience of us winning those games in Europe as well. Solid win. I mean, I think solid wins. I don't think it's a solid win. I think it was a nervy win. But yes, good experience and the win. So good night. 5 words. Listen, he's proven to be a very good finisher. as I've said the same thing about Johnson every time. I don't enjoy watching him as a footballer, but his finishing is proving vital for Tottenham at the moment. His finishing is proving vital. I disagree. I think Moore was very good. Lancashire, for me, I just didn't think we got him into the game. Not his fault. Oh God, it's coming, isn't it? It's coming, isn't it? You know it. Big up Mikey Moore showed Timo Werner up. I mean, you know, sorry. Why so many ads during the last 5 minutes? Paul from Savva. Respect your fans more. Why so many ads in the last 5 minutes? I don't set when the adverts are. And my adverts are set to like every 12 or 18 minutes or something. When you're saying respect my fans, my fans more, I'm one of the only YouTubers who reads out nearly every comment that comes in without asking you to pay for them. So, you know, ridiculous. The Sheriff, you shouldn't be giving me money, mate. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And listen, thank you. Do you know what? It's nice every now and then, Mark, to get some nice comments from people. I'm so used to getting horrible comments like the person before you. But thank you very much. That is much appreciated. And listen, I hope you've had a really good birthday and Spurs have won for you. Apologies if I didn't think there was a lot of adverts. Hang on, let me just double check in my background to check what my adverts are set to. No. The adverts are set to every 18 minutes, you nutter. What is that bloke going on about? Anyway, Daniel said a win is a win. Absolutely. And again, sometimes you do. We had to grind it out. We did grind it out. We move onwards. Does Johnson justify his price tag? I mean, I don't know. Does 5 and 5 justify it? Surely a player has to do this year in, year out to justify a price tag. Not every game needs to be us depicting Brennan Johnson at the end of every game. Again, Phil, he did get in the game tonight. That's not true. He did get in the game a lot. He just gave it away a lot. For me, as I said, I would have him out on loan. I said the same, but I said the same of Gray. Let's go watch a bigger circus. Yeah, listen, Ten Hag's up against it, isn't he? The fans are not happy. So, look, we can all relax now. Tony, I agree. He would be my man of the match from tonight. Very much so. Really good to see. I think he stood out. Definitely of all the youngsters, he stood out. Thomas said, yeah, I didn't get any ads. It's not set to, you know. I haven't had a single ad the entire stream. Yeah. Listen, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Savva, thank you for your time today. I got hop off and cook dinner for the kids. Listen, enjoy your dinner. I'm going to go for another 5 minutes or so. I don't think we need a great big inquiry about the game after today. It's a game we should have won. It's a game that we did win. Was it pretty? No. Was it the worst game I've seen? It wasn't the worst game I've seen, but 3 points. Lee Smithy Smith saying, what are we saying, Timo? I tell you what, it's getting harder and harder to defend him. Do you know what, Lee? After the game against Man United, I tried to say, you know what? His finishing weren't good, but he got into good positions. Tonight, I'm really struggling on this one to find something positive for Timo. Daniel has said, you can see the rain heavily pouring in a midweek game can really take you out. Credit to the team. Sure. No, half Greek Cypriot, not Turkish. Kiri has said, Bergvan needs to look up, man. He was a pass back merchant today. Yeah, I just don't think it worked for him today. I don't think he had a good game. It's okay. It happens. I think for me, as I've said a number of times, I would really get this guy out on loan in January and bring in some senior pros and let him play week in, week out, 90 minutes. I'm not saying I think he could be a good footballer in the future. I just think at the moment, I just think he's struggling in games. Savva, it seems like Johnson can score 10 games in a row and you'll still won't pros. I've literally just said, yeah, he's got some brilliant finishes in the last 5 games and he's scoring goals. Listen to what I say, Jack, not what you think I say, right? I said I don't enjoy watching his style of play when he's out wide or whatever on the ball. I can't fault his finishes. His finishes have been very good lately. Listen to what I say, not what you think I'm saying. That wet, slippery, nah, not having that. I'm sorry. It was the same pitch for everyone else. And he was just giving the ball way too much. Way too much. Big up to Phil Coyce. Thank you. I hardly ever get these. So every time I get one, I'm surprised. Thank you so much, Phil. So great effort again. Props to you. Come on, you Spurs. Thanks, Phil. Really appreciate that. Really, really do. Thank you very much for the kind words and for the donation. Porro, man of the match for me. Not for me. I thought that all of their best chances came in from behind Porro's wing again. Not for me. Sorry, we'll have to disagree on this one, Spurs forever. I thought he was defensively poor yet again. Big up, Matt. Said, I like your vibe and your chat, bro. Keep going. Listen, do you know what, Matt? This is the funny thing I don't think people realise. There has to be some ads in there. Otherwise, YouTubers are just giving away 3, 4, 5 hours of their time for zero. Like, that's mad. No one's going to do that. You know what I mean? So some of these people are just crazy. Yeah, listen, I think the difference was on that day, it was Spurs that were terrible. I think today, both teams just really looked sloppy. This sums up football fans. This is brilliant. Not having a pop. Look here. Basuma was terrible. The very next comment, Basuma was so good today. Isn't it funny how we all see things very, very differently? Absolutely. Seeing out games, playing out games is a big part of football. We didn't, and we gave ourselves unnecessary scare at the end, but we got the win. Said it before, get the win and move. I don't know how many times we have to talk about this. I really don't know what I have to do here to say this. I could say the same thing, Harish, over and over again about Brennan Johnson. I really don't know what different you want to hear from me. Stop forcing me to praise players if I don't want to praise them. Harish, I'm not forcing you to praise anyone, all right? It's fine. I've said great finish tonight from Brennan Johnson. It was a really good whip finish. Really good finish against Brentford as well. Really good finish against Coventry. Listen, if the guy keeps doing that, fine. For me, I'm starting to see he's not a right winger. Ange plays in there. I just don't like him there. I just don't like him when he's out on that right. If he comes into the middle and scores goals, fair enough. I just don't know what people want me to say anymore. Sorry, man. Sorry, I know we disagreed. Savva, would you rather a player like Maximan who is all flair and no end product? I'd rather have Johnson. But why is my option one or the other? Why did you pick Alan Saint-Maximin? Why did you do that? Why could I not have someone that does both, like a Jared Bowen? Why could I not have a Mohamed Kudus? Like, so you see what you've done there? You've picked someone completely the opposite. Big up to DB Forever with another super stick. I really appreciate that, my friend. Really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. It's much appreciated. Really, always very generous. Rob Frank said, we all appreciate what you do and the content you put out, Savva. Keep doing what you do. That's very generous of you to say. Thank you very much, Rob. Always appreciate you being in the chat. And here is Nige. Big up, Nige. Love you, dude. So big up, Savva. Great stream as always. More stood out. Hopefully see more of him this season. Nige, I can't agree more. Not just because you paid for that comment. I can't agree more. I thought Mikey Moore really did stand out today. And I think I've got my video sorted for tomorrow. I thought he did really, really well. I really did. I thought he did really, really well. Footwear, please open this link. Spurs admin should be fired. I can't open that link from here, man. I can't open it, can I? Big up Lee said, if people are complaining about ads, pay for the YouTube premium, not blame. It's mad, isn't it? People give them a free nearly 4-hour stream. People going, I had to watch a video. It's like, oh no, did you? Oh my God. Mark, big up and said, thanks, Savva. I keep coming back to watch you. You must be doing something right. Thank you very much. Listen, I do enjoy doing these. Enigma said, what do you think, Savvy? Was Basuma good? Basuma's game tonight, for me, summed up Basuma as a footballer. I thought he did some excellent things, and I thought he did some very sloppy things. And again, that for me is why I don't think he's top draw. I think he's a very inconsistent player, but did some great bits tonight and then did some very poor bits. So it kind of, he's okay. Okay. All right. Not for me. I don't think he's anything like an Odegaard, but okay, each to their own. Ankit said, man, I'm so annoyed. I tried to subscribe twice. I've paid the money and still won't reflect. It's just annoying as hell. I don't know what that through Apple Pay. I don't know what the problem is there, my man, I'm afraid. By the way, please do keep subscribing. We are only 170 away from giving away 2 tickets to Tottenham versus Ipswich. 2 tickets at White Hart Lane for Tottenham versus Ipswich. And the winner will also get a free shirt. For me, all you've got to do is subscribe to the channel to make that happen. And we will make the draw when we get to 14K. We're 170 away from that. Sorry, we played the kids and won. Stop. Again, I don't think R. Ferguson's been in here for the comments, has he? Let's get rid of that idiot. Sorry, now I've got ruthless now, guys. I've finally learned I've got ruthless with idiots like that. They just go. Savva finally admitting he was wrong about Johnson and Ange. Savva hasn't said anything of the sort. What a weird person that comment is. Terry said Johnson doing all right, on form, doing well. He's getting goals and goals. Absolutely. No, I don't think anyone said anything different. Savva, what will your vibe be about the team and Ange? What sort of a question is that? I'll be happy if we go and batter Brighton. We get some really odd questions. Big up Dixon 2020. Thank you very much. Very generous. Said, thanks for giving up your night for us all, mate. Listen, thank you. I mean, I've literally done a 9-hour work day, jumped on here for 4 hours, and I still got trolled. So I really do appreciate this, Dixon. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Hiko Ploya said, Werner keeps being the worst player out of the 11. Son needs to come back. Absolutely. Martin Neville said, poor game management. Look, we won. We won. Sometimes in football, you can win and say, not a good game, got the points in the bag, move on. That's what that game falls into for me. Enigma has said, as a Spurs fan, can I have one game where my heart doesn't beat like it's going to explode? No. That's what Tottenham Hotspur are, Enigma. That's what we are. That's how I feel exactly. That's how I feel exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yes, Josh, absolutely. Listen, at the moment, it feels like I can't give away tickets. It feels like, look, there we go. This guy's getting blocked. So sorry that I couldn't get tickets for a bigger game. Unbelievable. What is wrong with idiots? I thought Archie Gray was poor at centre-half. At left-back, I thought he was good going forward. Defensively, I think he was taken to the cleaners. Again, look, what is going on? What is going on? Were these people not loved as kids? Were these people not loved as kids? What is going on? Joy the mud. What is going? We did a show on this. Rob's going to get blocked. What are we doing? What is wrong? Guys, girls, I'm going to end the stream there. I think we've got to that stage now where loads of dickheads just have come in and are idiots. I'm a Spurs fan. When Spurs win a game, I'm happy. I'm getting a bit tiresome now of every time Spurs win a game just being attacked by people in the chat. It's very, very boring, and I'm bored of having to keep blocking people. Guys, I'm going to go and have some dinner. Please, please, please enjoy the rest of your nights. Let's watch the other games and see. You've got Chelsea playing tonight. Man United are playing tonight. I fully expect Chelsea to win. Not sure about Man United. Please do smash that like button on your way out. Big up to everyone that subscribed. Big up to everybody that has smashed the like button. Please like and subscribe on your way out. And thank you so much for all of your generous super chats. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, sorry about the idiots in the chat. Sorry, people. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs.